BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a porta-john and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
Devon Energy is proud to support Eunice High School athletic programs. By partnering with Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Cardinals!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The proud owners of Eunice Record and Rental offer professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel deliveries, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. They also haul off unwanted vehicles to help clean up your property. Eunice Record and Rental have over 20 years of experience. They are fully licensed and insured. Call 575-394-HOOK. That's 575-394-4665. Eunice Record and Rental are located at 44 North New Mexico Highway 248. Eunice, New Mexico, mile marker 1. BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a porta-john and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2.
There you are. Test 1 2. 1 2 3.
All right. Trying to get the mics going. Just mic checking here at this point. We're going to listen to our mics and then we'll be back ready to begin our broadcast. Thank you for listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
The proud owners of Eunice Record and Rental offer professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel deliveries, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. They also haul off unwanted vehicles to help clean up your property. Eunice Record and Rental have over 20 years of experience. They are fully licensed and insured. Call 575-394-HOOK. That's 575-394-4665. Eunice Record and Rental are located at 44 North New Mexico
Parker
Highway
Energy,
248,
family
Eunice,
owned and
New
operated
Mexico,
since
mile marker 1.
2006. Their team is known for their hard work and dedication, big enough to meet your needs for transport, pump trucks, vacuum trucks, and disposal services. Parker Energy and their staff are huge supporters of all Lee County sports and academics. They encourage their young adults to go the extra mile, whether it's sports, grades, or just being a better you. Parker Energy Support Services, 2350 Avenue O, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Bart Parker, owner of Redford LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids with their academics and athletics. They realize that balancing both is challenging and appreciate their determination. Redford knows the Eunice
Eunice
Cardinals
Police
have
Department
worked
is
really
a
hard
proud
to get
supporter
where they're at. and they are cheering them on all the way. Bart and his crew say, "Go Eunice Cardinals!"
The Eunice Police Department is a proud supporter of the youth of Eunice. Eunice Police Department encourages teamwork and getting involved in the community, whether it's sports, cheer, or just being a great student. The Eunice Police Department stands by their town motto, "A friendly people, proud town," and they're definitely proud to serve the city of Eunice and proud to sponsor Lee County athletics and academics. The Eunice Police Department says, "Go Cardinals!"
Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971 state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids with their academics and athletics. They realize that balancing both is challenging and appreciate their determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at.
The Eunice
and
Police
they are
Department is a
cheering them
proud
on
supporter of the youth of Eunice. Eunice Police Department encourages teamwork and getting involved in the community, whether it's sports, cheer, or just being a great student. The Eunice Police Department stands by their town motto, "A friendly people, proud town," and they're definitely proud to serve the city of Eunice and proud to sponsor Lee County athletics and academics. The Eunice Police Department says, "Go Cardinals!"
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a beautiful day here in Eunice, New Mexico, as the Eunice Cardinals, or Lady Cardinals, are hosting the Tatum Lady Coyotes here in the first game of district play for the 2022 season here. District 4-2A powerhouse Tatum be facing off against the Lady Cardinals here on the season. Once again, we're just trying to get our mics and everything up and running. We'll be right back to start our pregame here in the next couple of minutes.
I don't know what else to do.
All right, here we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside Charlie Fairbrush here today. Rosendo hasn't made it in from work yet. He's going to be trying. This will be my first coverage of a Lady Cardinal volleyball game this season. The Lady Cardinals entered tonight's game with the 9-3 record and are currently ranked number 4 in the state by Max Preps and number 7 in the latest coaches poll. They will be facing off against District 4-2A powerhouse and Lee County rival Tatum here in Eunice at Joe Langston Gymnasium tonight. Tatum enters tonight's contest with a record of 5-8, and they are currently ranked number 11 by Max Preps and number 10 in the latest coaches poll. These two teams have faced off against each other twice this season already. The Lady Cards won 3-1 in the Eunice tournament to start the season, and then about a week later they went down to Jow and faced them again, and they won 3-0 in that matchup down there. For Eunice, they enter tonight's game under new leadership. Longtime coach Robbie Robinson stepped down at the helm of the Cardinal volleyball program. Taylor Skinner is now the new coach here in Eunice. Coach Skinner is a graduate of Dora High School. She played basketball at Eastern New Mexico University. She did some coaching as an assistant in Texas before coming over and taking over the Eunice program. In fact, Coach Skinner played that door when I was coaching basketball here in Eunice. We faced off against each other a few times. She was a player. I will tell you, she was a very good athlete on the basketball court. I don't remember her playing volleyball, but that doesn't mean that she didn't. I'm sure she probably did, as most of these small school athletes like that play multiple sports. She is assisted by Kyla Colburn, a former Eunice track and field standout. This young lady comes from a long line of Eunice sports royalty through the years. This Lady Cardinal team is a completely different looking team from last season. All-state volleyball and track standout Caitlin Gallant is not playing this season. The 6'3" slam dunk specialist chose not to play. She is missed on that front row for this Cardinal program. Also, the other Caitlin Parsons, the 6'1" all-state basketball player from 1 year ago, was a junior this year. She moved back to Texas right as the school year was starting. So she was another that's a huge loss for this Lady Cardinal program. And All-State volleyball senior Kiki Parker suffered a season-ending knee injury early in the season. She was having ACL surgery early this morning. I've spoke to her mama Penny a couple times through text messaging today, and she's going to be at home listening. So, Kiki, we're thinking about you. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. We wish you the best, and we wish you were out here playing with us. So we miss you. Once again, our thoughts and prayers are with the Parker family. Get well, Kiki. Those three players would have likely been the starting front row for this Lady Cardinal program this season. Now all three are gone, and you have a completely new look present. Names like Tinley Acosta, Liliana Parsons, Yolanda Granados, Sarah Reeves, McKenna McBee, and Dee Dee Zamora are sharing time at that front row, and they are having great success doing an amazing job up there. And I got to be honest with you. If you had told me at the start of the season that we were going to lose our three starting front row players, at least from this summer, and that we would still be ranked in the top 5 in the state, I'd have told you were smoking something wacky and that you were crazy. But I will tell you, this group has really, really done an amazing job. Those front row players have done an amazing job. A lot of new players up there that are just doing really good. And, like I said, I would have probably thought you was crazy if you would explain that to me at the beginning of the year. But I tell you what, they have done a really good job. The coaching staff has done an amazing job with these young ladies, and the young ladies have played well. Yolanda Granados returns to this team this season and has been a great leader for the Lady Cardinals. The senior does a little bit of everything. She plays the front row, the back row. She's solid wherever they put her. She's steady, makes very few mistakes. She's not the type of player to wow you with some flashy move, but she just gets it done. She doesn't make many errors, and she's as solid as they come. Chloe Jones returns this season as the libero or defensive specialist. She may be the quickest player I've ever seen in a Eunice Cardinal uniform. Her little feet go 100 miles an hour, almost looks like Fred Flintstone driving his little Flintstone car. She can run, she moves like lightning. She has turned into a pretty good volleyball player, although that was never her sport until recently. You won't find many players in the state that cover as much territory as she does. Tinley Acosta has been a huge surprise for this Cardinal team. She spent much of the offseason playing travel volleyball alongside Kiki Parker and Jones. She has greatly improved from last season. She is athletic, she moves well, has great hands. She's tough around the net and makes things happen. She's very smart. She is a blue-collar type player that just works hard. Liliana Parsons is a slugger on this team. She kind of brings that power from the front to the net. She's tough as nails as well. Dee Dee Zamora might be one of the biggest surprises up here. Man, she is freakish athletic, hangs in the air like Michael Jordan sometimes, makes you say wow in some of those plays that she makes. Jasmine Martinez, another well-rounded player who has come on very strong this season. She seems to have the most success in the front row, scrambles well, another athletic player. Vivian Ellis is doing a good job as setter. Without her, the team Kenna McBee is another all-around player. She plays back row, front row, does a little bit of everything. She's a tough young lady that does whatever this team needs. A very unselfish young lady that passion and gets things done. Alonda Marine is another back row defensive player. She's improved tremendously this year and is solid in the back row. Sounds like we're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance. We'll send it back for a word from our sponsors.
Parker Energy, family owned and operated since 2006. Their team is known for their hard work and dedication, big enough to meet your needs for transport, pump trucks, vacuum trucks, and disposal services. Parker Energy and their staff are huge supporters of all Lee County sports and academics. They encourage their young adults to go the extra mile, whether it's sports, grades, or just being a better you. Parker Energy Support Services, 2350 Avenue O, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we have finished our Pledge of Allegiance, and now we're introducing the players from both teams. Once again, Alondra Maureen, another back row player, defensive specialist, done a great job. And lastly, but certainly not least, Sarah Reeves. This young lady has done a great job this year. She gives opposing front lines fits. She's a blocking specialist. She plays with more heart than anybody out there. She had not played volleyball in several years and has worked her way into a very important role on this team. She's awesome. I'm very proud of her. This Eunice team has wins over Jow, Tatum, Cloudcroft, Bora, Pine Hill, Hondo, and several others. They have losses to 1A powerhouse Melrose, in my opinion, the most well-rounded 1A volleyball team I have ever watched, and I've watched a lot of volleyball. And I tell you, I even saw those crazy Tatum teams that won like a four-peat in volleyball. That Melrose team is as good as any I've ever seen in small school volleyball. Eunice lost an unexpected game to Animas, and they also lost one to Lovington before coming back and beating them this last time. For Tatum, their record might not mean much. They've played one heck of a tough schedule. They have losses to Eunice twice, a top 5 team, Melrose, number 1A, 2A powerhouse and multiple-time state champion Texaco, powerhouse school 2A private Gateway Christian twice, Plains, Texas, and NIMI, a very tough schedule. I've got some Tatum notes here, but I tell you, this game ended up getting started a lot earlier than we thought it. I can't even talk. Than we thought.
I didn't even have time to thought.
I'm telling you, I didn't have time to thought it out right. So here we go. The interesting thing about this is you've got two red and white schools, both dressed in all black here.
And red, huh?
So
Crazy.
I'm liable to call the wrong team the wrong thing, but I've been known to call people.
And we're on the right side of the court, correct?
Yeah, that's us over there. The uniforms look identical. Even the coaching polos look almost identical. So we could get confused. Here comes the serve from Tatum. It's right into the net.
That's a good job out there. Good start.
Our app that we usually keep the score on the bottom of the screen with, I had to change the password for the football game the other day. We tried to enter that new password. It wouldn't let us, so we're just going to try to keep you updated. So there goes Tatum sending it back over to Eunice. We're going to play it up to Tinley Acosta. She hits it over toward the corner. Tatum with a great save there. They're going to clear it back across. So Eunice is going to set it up in the middle. Tinley Acosta bumps it
barely
over,
missed out.
and it goes all the way out in the back. It's
So the
1-1.
score is 1-1, yes, sir. Sorry I showed up late here, but I'm here.
Rosendo comes running in, grabs a mic, slides under the table right as the first serve goes.
Literally, huh?
And so there is the serve from Tatum. Eunice with the bump set. Here goes Tinley Acosta with the spike.
Oh.
And Tatum somehow picks it up, and the ref is going to call a lift. So that'll be a point for the Lady Cardinals. It's now 2-1 in favor of Eunice.
That's a nice job by Eunice staying focused there, playing that ball.
All right.
So we got Bibi Ornelas serving.
Yeah, Ornelas with the serve. It's a good one all the way deep to the back row. Tatum picks it up, and then they have some confusion in the back. That's another Cardinal point.
Correct. That's 3-1. Eunice leads here in the first set. Here in Eunice, New
Ornelas.
Mexico.
Yes, sir. Vivian now is back to serve again. She throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Tatum gets it up in the air. Jimenez plays it up to the front, and that's number 1, Villasenor, who hits it over. Eunice sets it up for Acosta. Acosta drills it to the back. Tatum keeps it alive, and then they're going to just bump it over. Yolanda Granades over to Sarah Reeves.
Ooh.
Sarah Reeves with a great shot. Great job there by Sarah Reeves. She placed it right where she needed to.
That young lady is the future of this team. I'm calling it right now, boys. It's 4-1. Eunice leads. Vivi is still serving for the Eunice Cardinals here in set number 1.
So Ornelas steps back. She's got it. There goes the whistle. She throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Tatum bumps it up to the middle. They're going to set up number 3. That's Hennard. Hennard hits it over to our side. Eunice plays it back across by Acosta. That's number 9. That's Jimenez. She sets it over to number 3. That's Hennard, who drives it into the throat of the Cardinal defense. It's 4-2. Eunice in the lead.
That back row in that back right corner was just standing straight up, caught off guard. So.
Yeah, they all shifted to that side, and she hit it back across. So it's hard to be standing over here ready when you're anticipating the ball goes the other way.
Ooh. So the score just like that is 4-3. Eunice still leads, but Tatum is serving here, so they might come back here.
Yeah, so Tatum serving, that's Sierra Jimenez,
Number 9.
a long-time Jimenez family tradition here in Tatum volleyball. She serves that one under the net.
That's pretty awkward.
So that makes it 5-3 in favor of the Cardinals. Chloe Jones will head back to serve. The junior speedster defensive player throws it up, hits it over, and it's a good. And
just a smidge outside.
It is a little long. I was thinking it was a good one, and it did go long. So that makes it 5-4.
5-4?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're trying to give me an extra point in there.
So here comes the serve from Villasenor. She hits it over into the corner.
Oh,
It's
man.
out of bounds.
What you can do, I can do better, she said, huh?
And now the score says 5-5 up there. I'm not sure our
They gave that score to the visitor.
Yeah.
So it should be 6-4, correct?
Yeah, they're debating about it over there at the table. Tinley Acosta with a nice serve. Jimenez sets it up over here to number 3. That is Hennard. Hennard back
nice
over.
Set.
They bump it over to. And now we're back over to Jimenez. Jimenez to number 10. That's Mariscal.
Oh, swing and a miss.
And that ball. I don't know whether it was in or out. I don't think we got a Eunice Cardinal linesman that wasn't sure and just said, "I'll say it was in." So
we need to get down there and instruct her a little better, I think.
So they've adjusted the score on the board now. So now it's showing 5-6. We're trailing.
I thought it'd be 5-5 because they gave him that extra point. No, anyways.
Yeah.
It's 5-6.
Yeah, it's definitely off on the board. Jones pops it up over to Ornelas. Ornelas hits it over to McKenna McBee, who slams it into the net. It's now they've adjusted the score again. I'm lost on the score. They're lost. I'm lost. We're all lost.
It says 6-6.
It's a close game, I guess. Tatum now is serving in set number 1. Acosta picks it up to Vivian.
Yeah, so
Vivian sets it to Yolanda hits it over number 8. Number 8 gets back over to Tatum, and she hits it back over to Acosta. Acosta gets it to Vivian. Vivian gives it to Didi, and nobody scores there. Tatum plays the hop. Oh, it's blocked at the net. Picked up by number 4. But Acosta pushed it over. What's the boss? Oh, just picked up. McKinney gets it back to Vivian. Vivian pushes it over to Yolanda. Yolanda hits it over towards Tatum. Tatum side lifts it up off the ground. Pushes up number 14, and Eunice makes a mistake at the net. And Tatum wins that volley after a long volley there, Mr. Jones.
Yes, sir.
That was a mouthful. Now I don't know why. Last time me and Charlie tried it, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, volleyball.
Bring your water.
The thing is, we got to do for them, too.
Yeah. We're Tatum.
Yes.
Who has it, number 4? What number is that? Man, I can't tell the numbers from here. Number 5, Jimenez gets it to number 10. Spikes it over for Tatum. But Eunice recovers. Number 4, McKenna pushes it over. Jimenez pushes the ball over for Tatum. Gives it to Vivi. Vivi gives it over to Yolanda. Spikes it down, and it is out of bounds. It was out of bounds. So just like that, the score is 8-6. Tatum leads here in the first set.
Yeah, Eunice trails here after jumping out early. They now trail.
Number 8 serves for Tatum. Jones picks it up, passes it to Vivi. Vivi gives it to McKenna. McKenna gives it to number 10. Person gives it over to number 14 for Tatum. She taps it over. Vivian picks it up, gives it again to McKenna. McKenna hits it right into the net.
So it's now 6-9. Eunice trails. 3 straight mistakes by the Lady Cardinals.
6-9. And Tatum is serving again. Number 8 hits it deep and barely makes it out of bounds.
Yeah, that ball sails past the back line. That's going to make it 7-9. The Cardinals in the lead here.
Take over, Mr. Jones. I'm trying to get those girls' numbers for Tatum.
I'll either let you do the play-by-play and I'll do the color.
Go for it, boss. You do a better job than me.
All right, so let me get going here. Eunice plays that ball up into the net. Alondra Maureen hits it back across. Jimenez with the bump up the set. It comes back across, and we've got a ball right at the net, and Eunice is going to be on the net right there. That's number 10 that they called net on. That's Dee Zamora. So that's going to send the serve back over to Tatum.
Those 50-50 calls, man, we got to win those, Coach.
Yeah, we need those for sure. It's now 7-10. The Cardinals trailing. Number 6, Alcorn on the serve. And that ball goes right off the hands of Maureen and out of bounds for another error on the Cardinals.
It looked like she wasn't set for that serve, waiting for it to come across and just hit it towards behind her. And like that, it's 7-11. Tatum is winning.
So Alcorn back out to serve. She throws it up, hits it across for Tatum. There's a bump up from McBee. Over to, and then we do it again. We hit it right into the net. That was McBee that time, drives it into the net. That's 4 straight errors in a row, unforced errors for the Cardinals. It's now 7-12.
And Tatum, just like that, pulling away.
Here goes the serve. It's a good one. McBee gets it up. They hit it over and set up Zamora. Zamora bumps it across. Jimenez sets up Mariscal. Mariscal hits it across. Tinley Acosta keeps it alive. They set up McBee, who bumps it across. Jimenez over to, that's Alcorn. She sets it up across for Didi Zamora, who hits it deep and into the corner.
Just
that's
gets
going to
the
be a
line.
point for the Cardinals.
Beautiful job there. Caught him sleeping. All Tatum Coyotes broke from against the net, and he just pushes it to the back corner.
So that'll take Didi Zamora back to the back for the service at this point.
Makes it 8-12. Tatum still leads you in the first set.
Zamora sends that one across. Tatum does a good job of keeping it alive, but it gets deflected off the ceiling, and then they clear it. It's over to Eunice. McBee drives it across. 14 Tucker keeps it alive. That's 10 Mariscal, who sends it across. Sarah Reeves with the set over to McBee. McBee drives it back to the other side. Jimenez just bumps it over, and then we send it back across. That's Granados. Over to 14 Tucker for Tatum. She hits it up. It goes over the net. Sarah Reeves up there battling at the net. Jimenez over to Mariscal. Mariscal sends it deep. We're going to set up McBee. McBee bumps it into the middle, but Tatum keeps it alive, drives it across and into the net off the hands of Jimenez, and Eunice picks up a point. It's now 12-10.
Beautiful job on both sides of the court, man. Nobody wanted to lose that point, but unfortunately, Tatum barely lost it by a smidge. 12-9.
Well, yeah, I was going to say it was 12-9 before, so I think we're having scoreboard trouble down there. Now it says 10.
Was that before the point we just made?
I don't know, because it went up there like the same time. So Didi Zamora back to serve. She gets a service point. She's going to get another one. Here comes the serve. It's across to the coach. They're just going to clear it. That's Mariscal. She hits it over the net. Eunice going to try to set it, and then we have some confusion between Alondra Maureen and Granados.
A lot of confusion in the front row for the Eunice Cardinals right now, and Tatum is capitalizing on it, which is a good job by their part, right?
Yep. So Mariscal gets ready to serve for Tatum. She hits it right into the net. That's going to make it 11-13.
Assumingly, right?
This is a battle of who wants to make the least mistakes here, because both teams are just giving points away.
I think they might have raised that net a little bit or something.
Something.
50-50 ball. Good job by Sarah there.
Sarah Reeves says, "Let me show you something."
I'm telling you, dude. Give her more playing time. That young lady's a star.
She slams it down for a point. So here comes the serve by McBee. She hits it deep over into Tatum territory. They clear it back across. Sarah jumps up and hits it across.
Oh, they're saying her feet went underneath them, or?
I guess they called her under the net. I'm not sure. They're a little confused. It's 12-14 now. So number 14, Darby Tucker to serve for Tatum. She hits it across. McBee bumps it. There's a set from Yolanda. Over to Tinley. Tinley slams it down, but Tatum keeps it alive. Sarah Reeves at the net again with another block. It goes back to Jones. Jones to Granados. Granados to Tinley Acosta, who drives one. I thought we had a little tip at the net, but there was no call. So that ball sails out of bounds. It's 12-15.
12-15. Tatum still leads, and they got the serve now, number 14, I believe, right?
Yep. Here's the serve. They hit it to Alondra. Alondra bumps it up to Granados. Granados hits it across. Then we're going to set it up for Villasenor. Over to Jones. Jones to Granados. Over to Acosta, who hits it into the net. And that's another free point for the Coyotes.
You called it earlier. We're making too many mistakes on our side. We need to clean that up so we come out with the victory on the first set, man.
Yeah, if you'll notice, we've got multiple players missing here. There goes the bump from Jones. Over to Granados. Granados to Sarah. Sarah hits that one into the net. That's 12-17. Eunice trails by 5.
She just missed that, man. We made a good point off that one. And finally, we get time out by the Eunice coach here.
You know, we are missing front row player Liliana Parsons. She is not playing here today. And so, anyway, that's another, you know, when we talked about in our pregame, we were discussing some of the players that are missing, that sort of thing. She's another one that's not out there today. Want to make sure we shout out to some of these sponsors. Parker Energy, Brett and Penny, we're wishing Kiki the best. BTH Services and Rental, Chad Howler. Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews, and all the gang. The Eunice Health Clinic, Leanne Reeves, sitting right here in front of us, screaming for Sarah Reeves. And Nikki, Brian, Elma, Aaron, and all the gang down there. We appreciate you guys. Eunice Public Schools, Dwayne Haynes, Cynthia Sims, Rosendo, Matt, Kenny, Miss Hahn, David Gallegos, and all the staff. The Eunice Police Department, Casey Arcides, the City of Eunice, and Billy Hobbs. Thank you guys for all that you do. There's a Jada Jenkins and a Jace Jenkins here in front of us. They are they're high stepping it past the
God,
cable.
that's counting candy. Did you see that?
That's right. So Eunice going to hit that one across. That was Maureen. Jimenez just clears it back across for the Coyotes. Granados is going to set Tinley Acosta, who's going to bomb it back into the corner, and that'll be a point for the Lady Cardinals. It's now 13-17.
Beautiful job coming out of that timeout, capitalizing in that back corner over here. So we all have Evie Ornelas coming in.
So Vivi Ornelas prepares to serve. She's going to throw it up and hit it. It flies over. It's a nice one. Sierra Jimenez with the set. She sets Villasenor, who just hits it across. Granada's going to set Tinley Acosta, who slams it down, but Tatum keeps it alive. They take it out to Hennard. Hennard bumps it up.
Ooh,
Jones keeps it alive, and it goes over the net, so Eunice stays alive. Villasenor with the spike. Granados keeps it alive. They're going to set it right back to where she slams it, and Tatum keeps it alive. They're going to say that Tatum's number 3, Avery Hennard, was in the net.
Hey, constructive. Did you see that dive that number 1 over here did over there, number 0 Jones? She kept the ball alive. If not, they would have scored that point on us.
Yeah, so that's going to send Vivi
Beautiful job.
back to the service line. She hits that one. That's a beautiful serve. Tatum having trouble with it, but they're going to keep it alive, and they do. Sarah Reeves hits that one up toward the net. Eunice and Tatum battling at the net. Here they go with number 3, Hennard. She hits it across. They're going to set it for Granados, who slams it down, but Tatum once again showing heart, keeping it alive. Sierra Jimenez hits it toward the back row. Jones bumps it up to Granados, and she touches it across. Tatum scrambling, and they're going to hit that one out of bounds. It's 15-17.
And once again, not picking on 0 for Eunice, but she's keeping that ball alive, keeping that momentum on this side, making the score 17-15.
We talked about that in our pregame. She got the fastest feet in the state. There goes a nice serve there by Vivi. Tatum struggling, and the ball hits the floor.
Finally on their side. Good job by the Eunice Cardinals.
And now Tatum wants a timeout. They want to talk about it.
I love the momentum over here. They came out with the fight after that, man.
Shout out to some more sponsors. Redbird Gas, Bart Parker and all the staff. Devon Energy, my main man Bryce Jenkins and all his crew down there. NMR Pipeline, Dale Bettis, Billy Thrash, and all the gang at NMR Pipeline. Eunice Record, John Dean Davis, Cardinal Hardware and Lumber, the Davis and Myers family. Shout out to the Davis family. They helped make sure we got the flag untied down there at the triangle. It's been tied up or wrapped up for about a week. They helped get that down, and so we appreciate you guys and all you do for the community.
The other day when they played against Lovington, this is how the Eunice team played with purpose, man. We're not there with battle and one. So
Eunice trails here 16-17. Vivi Ornelas back to serve for the Lady Cardinals. She throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Oh, and it is a little long. Every time I say it's a good one, it sails.
I wasn't going to say nothing. You called it out, man.
16-18. Number 9, Sierra Jimenez. Another one of them long lines of the Jimenez family. She spanks that one across. Liliana Costa with a nice first touch. They're going to set Granados. Granados slams it down, but Tatum's number 5 Slover keeps it alive. They hit it over to Jones. Jones with the bump. There's the set. Granados slams it down, but number 10, Mighty Skull, keeps it alive. Tatum going to send it back across to Jones. Jones to Vivi Ornelas, who sends it back across. We're in the battle of sending it back and forth. Liliana Costa hits it deep. And find the floor. Point for the Lady
These are some
Coyotes.
long volleys, man, between these two teams. Nobody wants to let that ball hit the ground.
So 17-18, Eunice trails by 1, and they'll have the serve.
And who's serving? Number 0. Don't say nothing. Hold on.
So
Just sit there and
Chloe
enjoy
Jones back to serve, number 0. She's going to throw it up and hit it. It's a one that goes right over. It's right at the net.
It's 50-50.
Didi spanks it back across. Tatum slams it back right at McKenna McBee. She reached her arms out. It deflected off of them and went out of bounds. It's now 17-19.
Puts us in a pickle there.
So Luan Villasenor back to serve for the Coyotes. She hits it across. Liliana Costa misplayed that one, hit it right over to the score table. And that's going to make it 20-17. Eunice in a pickle here.
We got to keep focused over here on the Eunice side. You look at you said pickle, huh?
He thought I was talking about some pickles. Luan Villasenor back to serve. She throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one.
Miscommunication
Jones
there.
and McBee hip to hip. They both started to reach for it, then they both backed off, and the ball went right in between them both. Another error on behalf of the Lady Cardinals.
Makes the score 21-17.
So here goes Tatum's Villasenor. She hits it deep, and it is
Thank
out
you.
of bounds. She looked like Aaron Judge with that one. She hit it deep into the left center field, and it is out of here. Liliana Costa, Eunice trails by 3. There's the serve. It's a good one. Tatum plays it up to Jimenez. Jimenez over to Tim Mariscal, and she hits it into the net.
And it makes it 21-19. Eunice still serving.
Eunice back within 2. Liliana Costa, the senior, back to serve. Throws it up, hits it across. Villasenor with a good first touch over to Jimenez, who gets it over to number 3. Jones keeps it alive after the touch by Liliana Costa. Over to Jimenez, over to Mariscal. Mariscal hits it right at Jones. Jones keeps it alive. They're going to set up McBee. McBee drives a shot across, but Tatum keeps it alive, and then they're going to send it back across. Eunice hits it up. Didi Zamora sends it across. Jimenez over to Mariscal. Mariscal to Eunice. Eunice plays it up. They're going to set Granados. Granados touches it across. Jimenez, Mariscal. She tries to hit it to the corner, and Liliana Costa bumps it over to the bench. It's 19-22. Eunice trails by 3.
Caught us sleeping out there, man, and it costs us a point, man. Yeah, those girls out there doing the best they can, but we got to get rid of those mistakes, Mr. Jones. Get rid of the mistakes.
Yeah, the errors are what's costing us right now. Eunice trails by 3. Here goes the serve from number 8. That's weird. They set up Granados. Granados slams it across, but Tatum keeps it alive. They're going to set it back out here for Mariscal, who sails it over and out of bounds.
Have to get a break for Eunice because now we're just down by 2 again.
It's 22-20. Yolanda Granados heads back to the service stripe. She throws it up and hits it over. Tatum with that first touch. It sends it across to McBee. Then we had Didi Zamora at the net. She slams it down, and she's going to get a point. Eunice within 1. It's 21-22.
We got to capitalize on the 50-50 balls, and she just did. Came down with authority.
That was
Got that
Sydney
point, man.
Rice in the back. Another one of them long line of team names for Tatum. Good serve there by Granados. Sierra Jimenez sets it over to Mariscal. She hits it across to Jones. Jones with the first touch. They set it for Zamora, and Zamora just bumps it across a little dink.
Yeah, I like that little fadeaway, man. That's nice.
Look like Kobe in volleyball.
Yeah, actually, when we hit it hard, he just tapped it over.
It's 22-22. She tapped it in. Here goes the serve. Over to Villasenor. They're struggling with it, but they get it back across.
Give it to her.
Jones, Granados.
Oh, and that's
in. That was Didi Zamora. She found the back corner.
She's getting hot, man. Between her and Sarah, man, they're fighting out there.
So
Who's the
Eunice
best
now
player?
leads 23-22.
Say what?
Granados with the serve. It's a good one. Tatum keeps it alive. They tried to bump it over. They bump it right into the net.
We're in
and
the
that
heads.
is an untimely, unusual mistake by Jimenez. She tried to just bump it across. She bumped it right into the net.
Just like that, 24-22 game point when we come out of this timeout.
Tatum not happy about it. They're going to take a timeout. Want to shout out to some sponsors again. We've got the audio here, but we're going to try to shout out to them as much as we can. Once again, the City of Eunice, Mayor Billy Hobbs, all the crew down there. We've got Shannon Cummins as the city manager. I want to shout out to them because they helped my mama the other day. She had a sewage leak, or a sewage block up. We were digging the whole yard out all weekend, only to find out it was on the city side. They came in, swept their line, blew it out. It worked just fine, and so they saved me and my mama a lot of money and time bringing in a plumber. So anyway, game point here. Granados with the serve. She hits it deep. Tatum struggles.
Cannot return it.
And Eunice wins set number one.
From a comeback, man. They came back, stayed focused, eliminated all the errors they made, and came out and won by 3. Beautiful job.
25-22 here for the Lady Cardinals in set number 1.
A beautiful job by them young ladies. Came out, man. Hopefully they can keep that momentum into the next game. Won't worry about starting off slow.
Yeah, we, once again, we got a little kind of a fast-paced start on the broadcast today. The JV game was scheduled to start at 4:30. It went 2 extremely quick sets and was done. And the way volleyball and basketball work, they just start the next game. They throw 15, 20, 30, whatever it is, minutes up on the clock for warm-up. They let it run, and it's ready to go. So we were scrambling, trying to get on the air. TJ Miracle back at the station did a great job of moving the broadcast time back, because if we don't have it scheduled, we can't get on the air during those timelines. So anyway, thanks to TJ for helping us back there.
And that's why it's sometimes so hard to do tournaments, volleyball tournaments, get in there and do that.
Yeah, volleyball just in general, basketball too, but volleyball in general is tough sometimes. And when they change times or something happens like this, it's tough to get on the air.
It's tough on us. I just made it on time. I just got home from work, said hi to the wife, and came over here.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and Charlie was driving in from out of state, and I was coming from court. I had a busy day as well, so it's been an interesting one.
Interesting Tuesday, right?
But it all came together.
That's right. Just hope it sounded
I was going to try to jump all over your spot. What am I doing? From last game was crazy, Jones.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Volleyball is interesting when you're trying to do the play-by-play because everything's happening so fast.
I think you hyperventilated a couple
of times.
Well, and early in the season, I know these kids, but I have to think about who they are, so I mess up their names. And like today, we're basically doing the broadcast for Tatum and Eunice.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, and so I don't know any of the Tatum. Well, I know several of the Tatum kids. I just don't know them well enough to when action's happening real fast.
I'm just grateful we stay on the same side of the whole set.
Yes. Yeah, the old way would have really threw us off.
Yeah, we're doing the 5 for volleyball games.
So here we are. We're getting ready to start the second set. Eunice won the first set. And there is the serve from McKenna McBee. Jimenez is going to set it up out here for Mighty Skull. Great dig there by McBee. They set it out to Jasmine Martinez. She slams it down. Tatum keeps it alive. They're going to send it over to Granados. Granados over to Sarah Reeves, who does the smart thing and just hits it over. Sierra Jimenez just sends it back to Jones. Jones to Granados, over to Tinley Acosta, who slams it across court. Nice. But Tatum did a good job of keeping it alive. Now we've got Mighty Skull.
Help.
They're trying to get it over. They do. Eunice gets that ball over. Mighty Skull over to Jimenez. Jimenez to
blocked by
Hennard. And she's blocked by Sarah Reeves.
She made that look easy, didn't it? Put that hand up and not today.
We talked about Sarah in the pregame. That is her cup of tea right there. She's that blocker specialist, and she's done a great job for us. McBee's serve goes over. Jimenez just going to slam it toward the back. Granados over to Acosta. Acosta hits a perfect shot cross court right where it needed to be.
Right in front of the Tatum coach's point. It's right there. So it's 2-0. Eunice leads here in the second set, as McKenna is still having the serve.
Yeah, McKenna McBee doing an amazing job to start second set. Here goes the serve. It's another good one. Tatum struggling with it. They do pick it up and get it over, though. Sierra Jimenez hits it across. Granados to Acosta. Acosta slams it toward the back, and it is slightly out.
Out of bounds. Gosh, she got a little excited there. Put too much mustard on that.
Yep. Yep, she thought she was throwing that rope out there on a doggy and put a little too much oomph into it. So it's now 2-1.
Eunice leads.
Yep. Tatum will have the serve here. Looks like number
12.
12 is Hope Guerrero. She hits it to Jones. Jones bops it up over to Granados. Granados to Acosta, who puts the perfect touch on it right in open
That's
space.
crazy. It's hard to judge it because she hits either way hard back corner or right there, right in front of him.
Yes,
Perfect for Eunice, but bad for Tatum.
she reared back on that one like she's going to kill it and then just touched it right into the open space.
She's a little Happy Gilmore. Love tap. Just
Yep,
tap it in.
Just
Just
tap it in. All right, so Vivi heads back here. This is Miss Ornelas for the serve. She throws it up, hits it, and it hits right in the top corner of the net. It comes right back on the Eunice side.
And we gotta have those. We gotta have those. Don't make it score 3-2 now. Eunice still leads, but Tatum is right there, number 14 and serving.
But didn't I just say she served the
No,
last
12.
time? 12.
Guerrero
Okay, I got
serve.
you. All right.
This
No
is Tucker,
problem.
correct?
Yeah, and Eunice misplays that second touch there. That makes it 3-3. So Tucker back to serve. She's going to hit it deep. Granados with the first touch over to Ornelas. They misplay that one again. That set was all the way up on the net, so she misplayed the set.
One of those 50-50 balls, and Tatum's won them both right here.
Yep.
And gave him the lead with that. 4-3.
So it's 3-4. Tatum in the lead. Tatum back to serve. That's Tucker. She hits it to Granados. Granados to Ornelas. Ornelas over to Acosta, who bumps it across. They set the back row. That's Mariscal. Jones bumps it up. They just clear it. Number 1, that's Villasenor. Over to number 3. That's centered. Blocked by Reeves. Sarah Reeves with another block. Ornelas sets it to Granados. Granados slams it down, but Tatum keeps it alive and then just sends it over. Granados is going to set Acosta. Acosta with a cross-handed into the middle. Tatum keeps that one alive. Jimenez to Villasenor. Jones keeps it alive. They hit it across to Acosta. Acosta's just going to send it. Jimenez over to Villasenor. Jones picks it up.
Oh. Just see, she thought about hitting it again. Nobody came in as they're supposed to there. She hit it. She did her job.
Yeah, she kept it alive. The ball hit one of those little grates that protects the lights.
It came right back
and
at her.
it sent it at an angle back toward her. So Tatum with a 5-3 lead. There's the serve. A nice serve
The
by
Tucker
Tatum.
girl can serve. You see that? Oh.
And then we hit it right into the net again.
They're making it 6-3. Tatum leads, but number 14 for Tatum has a nice, kind of like a little faux serve.
Here we go again. That's 4 straight errors from the Cardinals. Tucker serve over to Acosta. Acosta to Ornelas. Nice hit there by Granados, but Tatum keeps it alive. Villasenor sends it to Jones. Over to Ornelas. Tinley Acosta sends it. Tatum keeps it alive. They're going to set Henard. She throws it deep. And it was misplayed by Alondra Moline. The ball goes out of bounds. It's now 7-3. 5 straight errors from the Cardinals.
And Tatum is playing with a little bit more love, we could say. And now Eunice calls a timeout.
It's no good.
No good as Jones participates here with the fans.
Yeah, he missed. He tried to shoot it from deep downtown. That's Ben Thompson. He had a wide open look at the basket for 3-point territory, but it deflected off the back of the can and landed here at my feet.
I wonder if he needs glasses like the old grandson.
He may need some glasses like his grandson had to get last year to catch that football. We may have to get him some too, but so anyway, it's 7-3. Eunice trails here. Tatum in control with Tucker at the service line.
Here in the second set, man.
Eunice won set number 1. They were down and made a run. Tatum trying to give it back to him here. Jones with the first touch. Ornelas. Granados slams it down, but Tatum keeps it alive. That was number 5, Slover. Then Tatum tries to hit it over into the corner.
It makes it inbounds.
Man, I sure didn't think it even looked close to inbounds.
It looked like it got the line from here, but I might need the one who needs glasses. Who knows? So it's
Wow.
8-3.
Wow. So
Tatum is a tough team, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
They came to win, too.
So here goes the serve by Tucker. She bumps it over to Granados. Granados to Acosta. Then they hit it back to Jones. Jones is going to hit a little overhand shot over to Acosta. Sarah Reeves just bumps it across. Back over to Jimenez. Jimenez is going to set it up for number 3. That's Avery. She slams it across. It gets blocked into the net.
It's partially blocked.
That is 7 straight points. 7 straight points for the Lady Coyotes. Here goes the serve.
From Miss Tucker.
Acosta. Ornales. Acosta. And
Pushes
that one
it
goes
out of
bounds.
She scored all 9 points.
Man, that is 8 straight points for Tatum. Most of them on errors on our end.
Wow.
It's 10-3. Tatum at the service line. Tucker still there. Granados over to Ornales, over to Reeves, and she hits it out of bounds. That's 11-3.
That ball was supposed to come over here to Granados and went back the other way.
That's 9 straight points for Tatum.
She's on fire, ain't she? Oh, and another point. That's an ace for Miss Tucker out there. She's turning it up at the line.
Yep.
And Eunice is turning it up with mistakes.
That's 12-3. Eunice taking a good old-fashioned tail kicking right here.
50-50 ball. We didn't even jump.
50-50 ball up at the net. Tatum going to set it for Jimenez. Jimenez to Jones. Jones pops it up. Tinley Acosta drives it down. Tatum keeps it alive. And it's deflected.
Off the net there.
And so that's going to make it 12-4. Eunice picks up a point. Tatum was on a 10-point run right there. And we finally slowed the bleeding. Jones back to serve. Throws it up, hits it across. Tatum keeps it alive. They're going to set it back here to Villasenor. Villasenor hits it across. Eunice keeps it alive. And that was Granados with a really nice on-the-run play across the net.
I thought she was going to hit it to net, but we made something out of nothing there, man. That's what we got to keep doing, keep fighting.
So
now
go ahead. It's 12-5.
Don't say nothing. Jones serves.
Jones with the serve. Deep played by Mariscal. They hit it over to Villasenor. She hits it back up to the net. And we're struggling. We look like Ned in the 3rd grade, as Coach Dave Lynn used to say.
A lot of the Eunice players are playing out of their zone. If you notice, they're jumping in front of the white shirt, jumping in front of 5. So
here comes the serve by Jimenez. She drives it over toward Acosta. Acosta hits it up to Granados. Granados bumps it across, and we'll get another point. It's 6-13.
The little taps are working for us right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just we need about 7 more of them little taps in a row.
We'll get another one.
6-13. Tinley Acosta back to serve. She throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Tatum struggles, but they get it into the air. Number 5, Slover, just plays it across. Ornales is going to set up Granados, who slams it in and gets a point for the Lady Cardinals.
That ball was moving.
7-13.
That ball was moving. That's what we need, man. Keep giving it to her. If she's hot, feed her, right?
Yep.
And no mistakes here. No mistakes.
Like Zeke, you got to feed him. Acosta hits it across.
That's going to hit the net.
She gets it across. They hit it to Ornales. Over to Granados. Nice hit.
That girl can get up, man. She can play above the net, dude.
I mentioned in my pregame about kind of how freakish athletic some of the plays are that she makes. It's 8-13, and we got a timeout on the floor.
And she don't look athletic when you see her walking down the hall, you know what I'm saying? but
she does some things like that. I talked about in my pregame how sometimes she gets up there in the air and kind of hangs in the air like Mike, and you think she ought to come down any minute. She just stays there long enough to do what she just did.
Kind of finds the spot in the corner and hits it through there.
Yeah.
But it's hard to find a spot on Tatum.
Yeah,
I mean, they're everywhere, and they can play the ball pretty good.
You know, Tatum has always had good volleyball teams as long as I can remember. I believe I remember a 4-peat at one point.
They've always been tough in volleyball and basketball, man.
Yes.
On the girls' side.
Absolutely. I concur. And once again, I mentioned some of those names down there running around, you know, Rice, Jimenez, Slover, and I'm sure there's several others, but those are people that we've been saying that last name forever.
Generation after generation.
So Tinley Acosta with the serve. Tatum gets it into the air to Jimenez. Jimenez is going to set Henard. She hits it across. Eunice keeps it alive, and they get it back across the net. They're going to set it outside. They struggle, and it was stuck on the net for just a second. I didn't know what was going to happen or what they were going to call. The ball rolled right down the net.
A nice job there.
So Eunice trying to battle back like they did in the last set. It's 9-13 here. Eunice on a roll. Tinley Acosta to serve. She hits a good one. Tatum keeps it alive. They're going to send it back roll. There was some, they didn't know who was going to get it, so nobody got it. It's 10-13.
They look like Eunice did earlier.
Yes.
Back and forth here, back and forth.
Tinley Acosta, the senior at the service line, hits this one across. Tatum struggles with that one again. They're still struggling, but they're going to bump it across. McBee, Ornelas, Granados. Tatum keeps it alive. Jimenez over to Villasenor. Jones picks it up for Eunice. Over to Ornelas. Oh, and Zamora comes in and is freakishly athletic as some of her plays look. That one was the opposite. We hit that one right in the net.
I think she tried to come across her body.
Looked like she tried to palm it like MJ and slam dunk it. Villasenor serve is a good one. Jones gets it into the air. Granados to Zamora, and Zamora swung at that one like a finger roll and rolled it right into the net.
I think we jinxed her.
Yep.
So the score is 15-10. Tatum still leads here. Number one is serving for him.
It's been a game of runs. Here's Villasenor. Over to Jones. Over Ornelas. Zamora just hits it across. Jimenez. Over to 10, that's Mariscal. Jones picks it up. Ornelas. Granada slams it down. Tatum keeps it alive. Tatum keeps it, and they send it across to Acosta. Acosta to McBee. McBee's going to send it. Villasenor to Jimenez. Over to Mariscal, and she hits it deep into the corner and at the point for the Coyotes.
Caught us sleeping in that back corner, and Tatum capitalized again on us. I don't know if they're seeing it, if the coach is hollering numbers, but they're doing a very good job finding those corners on the Eunice Cardinals.
So that's 10-16. Eunice trails by 6. Luann Villasenor back to serve. She throws it up and hits it deep, and it is out of bounds.
Just by a smidge. She barely missed that, man.
So Eunice trails by 5, 11-16. Yolanda Granados goes back to the service line, the senior. Jasmine comes back into the game for the Lady Cardinals. Here's the serve. It's a good one. Tatum struggled with it, but they get it across. McBee.
And they tripped each other.
Yeah, Granados and Dee Zamora tripped over each other, and the ball lands on Granados' back.
And those are two seniors out there. They kind of keep that in check, don't you think?
Yeah, it's 11-17. Eunice trails here. Once again, we talked about this game of runs. This is number 8, Weir. She throws it up and hits it across. McBee, Granados, Jasmine. Jasmine drops it in, and they hit the net. Tatum got into the net. That's number 10, Mariscal.
And like you said, the game of runs, but hopefully we get a longer run than just one a minute ago, right?
So 12-17. Eunice trails by 5. Dee Zamora heads to the service line. She's going to throw it up and hit it. There's the serve. Tatum keeps it alive. Jimenez over to Mariscal. She bumps it across. Eunice just sends it deep. Zamora keeps it alive over to Granados. Granados to Jasmine. Jasmine finds some space. Hurry, jumped a little early. She got up in the air, but she was hanging there, and she jumped just a hair early.
She got a little excited. That's all it was. That's all it was. Shake it off, girl.
So 12-18. The libero for Tatum is back. That's number 6, Alcorn. She's going to hit it across. Eunice just sends it back. Tatum has it at the net, and that was number 14, Tucker, who just bumped it right into the net.
What was she trying to do? Two-hander? What was that?
I think she was changing her mind in midair.
When you seen those girls at the block, that's what it was.
So 13-18, Eunice trails. McBee with a serve. Tatum keeps it alive. They're going to send it across to 10. That's Mariscal. Eunice keeps it alive. We're going to send it across. Over to Jimenez. Jimenez sends it deep. That's McBee, and we've got 2 players going for the same ball. They both hit it at the same time, and it finds the floor. Eunice, again, we talked about it. It's been a game of runs, 13-19.
On the Eunice side, somebody has to take control of that floor.
It's giving me this runs. I may need my Atlanta. Anyway, there's Jones keeps that one up in the air. Over to Martinez. Martinez clears it. Jimenez over to Villasenor. Villasenor hits it to Zamora.
Oh, that's quick.
Eunice just clears it. Jimenez hits it right into the net. It's 14-19. Eunice within 5. This is about where we were sitting in the last set.
But at last set, we had the momentum going for us. Hopefully we get it started here.
So here comes Vivi Ornelas to the service line. She throws it up and hits it over. It's a good one. Tatum keeps it alive, though. Jimenez out here to Tucker, and Tucker just drives it right down the corner.
Huge open spot over here.
Yep.
Miscommunication.
I think there was some confusion over who was rotating into the middle and who was rotating to the side.
I concur 100% on what you just said, man.
So here goes Tucker. She's going to hit it across. It's 14-20. Over to Jones to Ornelas.
Blocked.
Granados at the line. Then they clear it over. Jimenez to Villasenor, who spikes it down right in our face. 14-21.
Man, by now we're not even making mistakes. We're not even playing the ball.
Yeah.
It seems like we're tired out there.
So Tucker come to the service line, but the Lady Cardinals and Coach Skinner want to talk about it. They'll take a timeout. This timeout is brought to you by the City of Eunice, Mayor Billy Hobbs, and all the gang down there. We appreciate all that they do. And anyway, we got a timeout here. What's your thoughts?
Well, I think Eunice is playing sluggish, slow, and confused a little bit out there.
Yeah,
it's totally different from the first game.
Look a little sloppy. I know this morning, Chloe looked like she was limping around the house, and I said, "Why are you limping?" And she said something about some weight workout that they had done. And in my head right away, I thought, well, it's a great time to be going hard on the weights the day before district.
Against one of the best player
right.
teams in the district.
Yeah, it's a tough juggle when you're trying to figure out how to do that strength and conditioning, especially for athletes that play all sports. Here goes Tatum with the serve. Granados keeps it alive. Acosta sends it back. Tatum's over to Jimenez. Over to Henard, and she finds an opening space and slams it down.
Henard came there with authority.
14-22.
She just pushed that ball through everybody.
The horn went off, but it looks like it was a mistake over there by the scorekeepers.
That happened a lot last game, too.
14-22. Here's the serve. They get it over to Ornelas. Ornelas to Granados. Granados sends it across. Tatum just going to send it back to Eunice. Jones picks it up. Ornelas, Acosta. Acosta drives it across, but Tatum keeps it alive. Jimenez going to drive it deep, and that ball goes off the hands of Marine and out of bounds. It's 23-14. Tatum in control.
Shows you how hard Jimenez can hit that ball. Went right to that young lady's hands. Man, 23-14 here in the second set.
Tucker at the service line. She hits it right at the feet of Acosta. Acosta just sends it across. Jimenez over to Avery Henard. She sends it across. They're all tangled up with each other, but they get it back across. Jimenez over to Villasenor. Villasenor to Jones. Jones picks it up. Granados fists it across. Jones sends it back again. Ornelas. Tinley Acosta. Jimenez back over. Reeves just bumps it across.
So you got a push from the back from the Eunice player.
Jones picks that one up. Ornelas. They send it back across. That's Maureen. Jimenez is going to set up Henard. She drives it across. Eunice keeps that one alive.
Oh!
Granados hits it right into the net. And now it shows 14-24
Eunice
on the
struggled
scoreboard.
On that volley. People were running into each other. People were in different spots.
I'm telling you, Eunice looks like Ned in the third grade. Jones picks that one up. Over to Ornelas. Ornelas sends it across. Jimenez is going to set it up for Henard. They get it to Reeves.
Good job.
Reeves.
Oh, they're going. She did it. Oh, she did.
And that is going to be the end of set number 2. Tatum wins set number 2, 25-14.
A lot of miscommunication there, like you said, man. They were like Ned in the third grade, probably in the first grade that game.
Yeah, we looked pretty rough that game. Lots of mistakes. I would, you give credit where credit is due. Tatum had some great plays, but Eunice probably gave up 15 of those points on errors, not on good plays that come across.
And it's very difficult to score on Tatum.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we got to take opportunity. Anytime we have the serve, we have to convert that point.
Yeah, they do a really good job of keeping the ball alive in the backfield.
They're so fast as well. They know how to play with each other. Over here, we had a bunch of people running into each other. Setters weren't supposed to set. It was just, let's just erase that game from this sets.
And once again, I mentioned that we're missing that front row slugger in Parsons, who's usually our beef up there as far as the hammer.
And you can't forget about Kiki. It's a big difference.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. But with her, she's been out since the first tournament of the year. This one is out today. So,
well, we're not making excuses for the Eunice team because we've seen the potential they have in the first set.
Yep. Yeah.
Because you get to report that one in white in the back were running crazy in the back, covering for different spots. So she's probably wore out as well.
Yeah, definitely didn't look real
sharp.
solid in that set number 2 for sure. I want to shout out to some sponsors. Cardinal Hardware and Lumber, the Davis and the Myers family. Eunice Ricker, John Dean Davis and his family. NMR Pipeline, Dale Bettis, Billy Thrash. Devon Energy, my man Bryce Jenkins. Redbird Gas, Bart Parker. The City of Eunice. Eunice Police Department, KCRC is now his staff. Eunice Public Schools, Dwayne Haynes. Cynthia Sims, Rosendo, Matt Kinney, Miss Hahn, David Gallegos. Eunice Health Clinic, Leanne Reeves, Brian, Nikki, Elma, Aaron, and all the gang. Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Mogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews, and staff. BT8 Services and Rental, Chad Haller. And Parker Energy Services, Brett and Penny. Shout out to the Kickster. We know you're at home watching. Wishing you a speedy recovery. So here we are getting ready for set number 3.
Man, hope we play a lot better than we did in set number 2, correct?
Yeah, I concur.
As long as we can keep doing so many mistakes at the beginning or the whole game. 1 or 2 is fine, but we did numerous. I'm not keeping track, but I would say at least 10 in the second set.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah, and just like misplayed balls hit into the net, balls hit straight out of bounds, balls, 2 players tripping over each other, ball falling in between them. Those little things like that. Got to clean that stuff up for sure. So here goes Tatum ready to serve. That's going to be number 10, Mariscal. She throws it up, hits it across.
Wow, that's a bullet.
Jones keeps it alive. They're going to set up McBee. McBee with a really nice shot back across. Tatum keeps that alive. They set up Villasenor. She drives it down, and Jones keeps it alive. McBee with another shot across, and McBee gets the point there on a nice shot from that young lady, McKenna McBee.
Beautiful job of coming out with the aggressiveness on the Eunice side.
And that'll send McBee back to the service line. She throws it up, hits it over. Tatum keeps it alive. They're going to hit it over to Villasenor, who looks for that back corner, and she hits it out of bounds.
2-0, just like that here in the third set for the Eunice Cardinals.
Man,
great start.
It's a little cooler outside today than it has been, and it feels like they got the AC in here. I'm about to get a nose run. I may need to go down to the Eunice clinic and get some service.
Oh, man. Just like that, number 14, Tucker pushes it through the block and scores a point for Tatum.
So it's now 2-1 in favor of Eunice, and that'll send Tucker back, who's been really strong for the Coyotes at the service line.
That's an understatement. She
Jones
can turn this
picks it up in the middle. Granados over to Costa. Costa slams it down, but once again, Tatum in the back row is salty. They keep it alive, get it across, and they're going to pick up another point and tie this thing up 2-2 here in set 3.
Man, they're tough on that back row. I'm telling you, we cannot score them that way.
Yeah, got to find some space for sure. Tucker hits it across. Martinez tries to get up to it and keep it alive, unable to do so, and Tatum leads 2-3.
That serve landed in the very front right by the net.
Yep. Yeah, she's done that the whole time. She's got that little drop ball. Jones, Granados. Oh, and a nice shot there by
Martinez.
Jasmine Martinez.
Making the score 3-3 here in the third set.
That'll send Vivi Ornales back to the service line for the Lady Cardinals. Vivi spins it around, throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Mariscal to Jimenez, over to Henard, who drives it out of bounds.
And it was almost touched by number 2. But she pulled her hands. Yeah, she pulled her hands back real quick.
She jumped up there and looked like she was about to touch a hot stove. She jerked them fingers back in a hurry.
You figure if she jumps up in the back row, it's out of bounds, right?
Speaking of hot stoves, I'm hungry. I need some food. I ain't ate all day. I was on the bench, never got a lunch break. Tatum tried to keep that one alive on a great serve by Ornales. She's going to get her a quick little ace out of that one, 5-3.
We need to make a run out of it, right, Coach?
Yes, sir.
And they put the libero in for Tatum.
5-3, Ornales with the serve. Tatum does a good job with Mariscal keeping that one alive. They're going to set Villasenor. She hits it across. Ornales over to Granados, who slams it down, but Tatum keeps it alive on the back row. They're tough back there. Jones keeps that one alive. Over to Ornales. Granados clears it. That's number 5, that's Slover. They're going to set up Avery Henard, who slams it down right at the feet of Maureen for a point. Tatum.
That was partially blocked, but it still made it across. The Eunice was not expecting that. Just like that, score is 5-4.
And that'll bring up Sierra Jimenez to serve. She's going to throw it up, jumps around, hits it across.
That was,
no.
They call that in as Jimenez hit a shot back there.
I thought it was at least a foot out from my perspective. It looked like it landed at least a foot out, But I also know that sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to see down there. There's the serve. That one goes to Maureen. Maureen misplays it. Acosta keeps it alive. Two Cardinals fighting over it at the net, but it goes across.
Oh.
There's a misplay. It was one of them double hit balls,
So
but
it
no
stays,
ball. Ornelas to Granados. Granados spins it down. Do-si-do. 6-5.
6-5. Eunice had to work for that point, but we got it.
Yeah.
A lot of work happened there.
So it's 6-5. The Cardinals in the lead by 1. Chloe Jones heads back to the service line. A little cheer from the cheerleaders. Jones hits it across. Tatum looked a little confused, but they end up playing it. And Nard sends it into the
they
corner.
fit it in.
And that was another one that looked like it was out in the corner. Although that one was close enough, I couldn't tell. The one over here, I'm fairly certain was out of bounds. That one looked like it was right down the line.
So 6-6 here.
VSC Nord back to serve. Throws it up, hits it over. Jones with the first touch. Over to Ornelas. And they're going to call Tatum in the net that time.
Number 10 was it in the net for Tatum?
I guess that's what they're calling. I honestly,
I didn't see it.
Call it like I thought we were in the net.
Our 10, right?
Yeah. But they called it on their 10, so we'll take it. Liliana Costa back to serve.
Ooh.
She hits that one right over. It's 7-6. Eunice in the lead. Tatum sends that one back over to Jones. Jones to Ornelas. Ornelas to Granados. Granados slams it down.
And they said it's out of bounds, so I thought it was tipped. Whew.
I thought I saw a tip too. No tip called
Are
on
we
the play.
seeing things up here or what?
I think I'm getting old and senile or something. I
I
can't
agree
see.
with that, but I mean, that has nothing to do with the game.
I guess I can't see straight. It's 7-7.
It's a tough matchup, boys.
Number 10, Weir back to serve. She hits it deep. Granados bumps it straight up to Ornelas. Ornelas to Zamora. Zamora slams it across. Jimenez is going to try to set it at the net. Eunice wins the 50-50 ball there with a combination of Zamora and Granados putting the block on
That's
the
what
net.
we need more of that, man. We need more of that. Those 50-50 balls, we got to capitalize on those.
And that'll send Yolanda Granados, the senior, back to serve. She's getting her crossover move down there. She dribbles it, throws it up, hits it across. Tatum keeps it alive. Jimenez throws it back to Mariscal. She hits it across. Granados going to set up Zamora, and Zamora slams it down, but Tatum keeps that one alive. They're just going to send it across. Eunice getting tangled up right there, and that has been the story of the day, how many times we've got tangled up right there in our rotation.
In that situation, she took the ball out of zero.
Yes.
She's jumping in people's lanes. Stay in your lane, and we'll be okay.
Yeah, you got to understand where you're at and what balls are yours,
Correct.
I guess. McBee with a nice play. Over to Granados. Granados to Zamora, taps it across. Oh, that's Jasmine Martinez. I'm sorry. Tucker sends it over into the corner, and it's going to be out of bounds.
That
It's
was
9-8.
without a doubt. That was way out of bounds.
We got a dogfight in our hands here.
We got two pit bulls out there.
Speaking of dogfights and pit bulls, the city of Eunice, one of our sponsors, they got lots of dogs running around this town fighting. There's the ball that goes across. That's going to be over to Jimenez. Mariscal sends it across. A nice save by Acosta. Sarah Reeves comes in, knocks it over the net. Good job there. Jimenez over to Tucker. Tucker sends it to the back. Granados over to Jasmine, who bumps it across, and it's a nice shot by Jasmine Martinez.
I don't know if that was intention, but there was a little curveball in there. It counts, right?
So that makes it 10-8. Eunice in the lead.
We got number 7 for the Eunice Cardinals.
Here goes the serve from Didi Zamora. Tatum keeps it alive. They send it back up to the front. I think it's going to go out of bounds, and woo-wee, that was close.
Bounds.
They called it out, but I guarantee you.
Did she call it out?
Yeah, she called it out, and the guy on the stand called it out. And I got to tell you, that went in favor of the Cardinals, so I like it, but I'm about 99.99% certain that was.
What I don't like on the court right now
It's kind of a
Reeves.
makeup. That's a makeup.
There's a makeup call. Reeves is out there taking her shoe off. And I don't know if she twisted her ankle, hurt her or something. We don't need that.
Yeah, we're struggling on the front row with people, and we've got to have Reeves out there. She's our blocking force.
She's a blocking specialist.
So hope that ankle is okay. It looks like she might have come down on somebody's foot. We're all getting tangled up out there. I've never seen us struggle to rotate. And I've watched us all season.
Yeah. A minute ago, they hit her in the belly when she went for the ball.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm saying.
we got to communicate out there, man.
Our rotation right there in the front is just struggling to get where we need to be without hurting each other. So Eunice leads 11-8. We're in set number 3. They split the first 2 sets. Eunice won the first, Tatum won the second. Here's the serve from Zamora, and she hits it straight out of bounds.
Charlie said the ball don't lie, huh, Charlie?
Ball didn't lie that time.
Yeah, they got their point back there.
That ball's been lying all night for
Ball
us.
lies right out of bounds.
That ball came from Tatum.
Right now it lies in the hands of one of the Tatum players who's holding on to it.
Number 12, in fact.
So it's 11-9. Tatum heads back to the service line. That's number 12, Hope Guerrero. They hit it up. Zamora is going to set it up for Martinez. Martinez slams it to the back, and man, that was a close one.
Bunch of close calls here for the Tatum Coyotes and the Eunice Colonels.
Bill Clinton once said he still believed in a place called Hope, and Hope believes in some hope right here for the Coyotes. Eunice gets that ball across. Over to Jones, to Granados. McBee hits that one into the net, and it's 11-11.
Man, we have Big 7 on the opposite end. Give it to her. Or 13.
So we've now got number 12 still back to serve. She believes in a place called Hope. She hits it across. Tinley Acosta, Granados. Jasmine Martinez drives it to the back and hits it right into the perfect spot.
Is it me, or every time she hits the ball, we get a point?
Man, I tell you, she's done a good job today. Shout out to her and her family. Thoughts and prayers with them as they've been having a tough time. So we're thinking about you guys. It's 12-11, Eunice in the lead. McKinnon McBee heads to the service line, hits that one across. That was Hennard who kept it alive. She hits it over to Villasenor. Villasenor to Granados, who hits it straight up in the air, and Jasmine sends it back across. Jimenez going to set Villasenor. Jones dives to the ground, keeps it alive, sets Tinley Acosta. Acosta sends it across. Acosta, Granados, Acosta. Tatum keeps it alive. Jimenez over to Jones. Jones keeps it alive. Acosta with the runner, plays it across. Mariscal keeps it alive for Tatum. What a volley. McBee, Granados. Jasmine Martinez slams it deep, and Tatum keeps another one alive. Villasenor over to Eunice. Granados to McBee, or to Tinley Acosta, and Tatum keeps it alive again. They're making
50-50
me tired.
ball. Oh, we missed it. It was a 50-50 ball. We missed it by a smidge.
Woo.
That was a beautiful volley on both sides, man.
That made me tired, and I ain't doing nothing but running my mouth.
You should be good at that, man.
I'm pretty good at it.
It just
My gums are tired. That's a lot of gum running. Jones plays that serve over to Granados. Granados to Acosta. Acosta slams it across. Tatum keeps it alive. They're going to set up Hennard, who tries to drive it in. Alondra Marine keeps it alive. Jones bumps it over. Jimenez. Villasenor over to Jones. Jones to Granados. Granados to Acosta. Acosta slams it down, and Tatum keeps that one alive. They're going to set Hennard. They get blocked at the net by Martinez. And a point for the Cardinals. We got a dogfight.
and it's back and forth, man. It's gonna go to game 5 here.
13-12. Eunice in the lead by 1. We've got a barn burner. Vivi Ornelas back to serve. She hits it across. It's a perfect serve. It's at the net. Sarah Reeves says, "Not in my house," and slams it down like Nakimbe Batumbo.
I like how she did with that. She's like, I didn't mean to do that, coach. But there's a point for Eunice.
She slams it down and tells her, "Not in my house."
She's all casual about it too, huh?
14-12, Eunice in the lead. Ornelas back at the service line again. She throws it up, hits it over. Tatum struggles, but they get it up into the air. It's over to Hennard. She bumps it across. Jones keeps it alive. Ornelas just tips it across. Jimenez over to Mariscal. She sends it back. Jones picks it up. Over to Ornelas, who slams it down. That's Yolanda Granados, who slams it down off the perfect set from Ornelas, and she makes it count.
That's what we need to do. Come down with the authority. Because Tatum will pick everything up. They got to hit it up hard off their hands so they can't play it.
15-12, Eunice in the lead by 3. Ornelas at the service line. She hits it deep. Tatum keeps it alive. Jimenez over to Villasenor.
Oh.
It gets touched at the line. Looked like we rolled an ankle there, and then we hit it out of bounds. Sarah Reeves is thinking, my ankle is hurting. I may need to go down to see the Eunice Health Clinic tomorrow to get a little ice pack put on that rolled sucker.
And she rolled it pretty good, didn't you? Take it out.
Jimenez back to serve. She throws it up and hits it over. Maureen does a good job of keeping it alive. Jones and
Oh, barely.
Jones comes running in and tries a one-arm, sidearm shot from the back row. She must have learned that from somebody else besides me because I didn't teach her that. Jimenez is going to throw it up. Acosta over to Jones by accident. Granado sends it across. Tatum's going to set it here. They set the back row. Jimenez, who slams it across. Jones stretches out and dives for it. It's 15 all.
Wow. Jimenez winning, and she wants to win this game. She's showing a lot of fight from the serving line, and she spiked that from the back row.
Yeah, they're setting her even when she's in the back. So Jimenez back to serve again. She's going to run it on angle and hit it from that corner across. Jones picks it up perfectly. Ornelas, Granado bumps it across. Tatum keeps it alive. They're going to set Jimenez in the back row. They do. Jones picks that one up. Ornelas over to Acosta. Acosta hits it across. Tatum just sends it back to Eunice. Granados, Acosta.
That's the net.
And Acosta hits it right into the net.
That's 4.
16-15. Tatum now in the lead.
And Jimenez, man, she's out there representing her last name, brother.
Yep.
Look at that.
She's definitely a better player than Fernando Jimenez. But anyway, Acosta struggles with it, but Eunice bumps it up, gets it across.
Gives him the free
They're
one.
going to send it across to Villasenor, who hits it deep. Marine over to Jones. Jones over to Reeves. Reeves hits it across. They're going to set it up for Jimenez. She's going to send it over to 14. That's Tucker, who hits it over toward the Eunice football stadium for a point for the Cardinals.
Now the mistakes that Tatum's making, that's helping us, keeping us in the game right now.
Yeah, it's a battle of who's going to make the least mistakes here in this set. Jones back to serve. It's 16-16. We throw it up. She hits it over, and it spun right into the net and just wouldn't get over.
Barely hit the net, man. I was hoping it'd flop over.
It's 16-17. Eunice trails by 1 after Jones hits it right in the net. Villasenor back to serve. Throws it up the board. Jones picks it up. Ornelas to Tinley Acosta, who hits a nice shot, but Tatum once again keeping it alive. Mariscal going to send it deep for the Coyotes. They're going to set up Acosta. Acosta hits it deep, and it is way deep. In fact, it was deeper than Judge's shots last night at the Yankees game. 16-18. Eunice now trails by 2, and we've got Reeves on the sideline with her ankle in the air.
Taped up, man.
So Villasenor hits it right at Acosta. Acosta, let's see if we do. Oh!
I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due. Acosta played that hard serve. Jones ran it down all the way to the 50-yard line at the football field.
Yeah,
put it back in, and she couldn't get it over.
Yeah.
The coach wants a timeout for the Eunice Cardinals.
So
it's 19-16.
Eunice now trails 16-19. This is their biggest trailing of this game. It's been a neck-and-neck, back-and-forth whole set here. Eunice now down by 3, and once again, we've got another front row player over there injured on the bench. They're looking at that ankle for sure.
And she's done a great job this all 3 sets, blocking balls, picking the balls that ain't hers. She's doing a very good job, because you said in the pregame she hasn't played volleyball in a couple of years, so that's our future, you can say, you know what I'm saying? For the Eunice Cardinals.
16-19. She'll have 1 more year left after this one anyway. 16-19. Eunice trails by 3.
And what I do see on the court, Tatum has the confidence right now. They're out there having fun, smiling, sparking from the back row. Jimenez is. Eunice seems still confused from the second set.
Yeah, like I said, we've got multiple people that are not out there playing today, so it kind of changes that rotation and where people are at what part. And so you can kind of see that. However, take nothing away from Tatum. They're out there out playing this right now. It's 16-19. Villasenor to serve for Tatum. Here goes the serve. Acosta's first touch goes up to Ornelas. Ornelas to Acosta. They bump it across. They're going to try to set up, and Tatum looked like Eunice right there. They ran into each other in the rotation.
Yeah, they're a little confused there, bud.
So it's 17-19. Eunice trails by 2. Senior Tinley Acosta heads to the service line. She's going to throw this one up and hit it over. It's a good one. Mariscal keeps it alive over to Jimenez, back to Mariscal. Eunice blocks one at the net. Mariscal up there trying to play it back over, and Slover going to send it across. Ornelas over to Zamora. Zamora drives it down, and Tatum could not handle it. That was Villasenor. The ball goes off her hands into the ground.
I think she was protecting her face because it's coming straight at her, man.
So that makes it 18-19. Eunice trails by 1. Acosta with the serve. They keep it alive. Over here to Tucker. No, that's Hennard who hits it into the net.
Another mistake. Tatum has made it. Now the score is 19-19. So keep the point on it. It'll be okay.
Battle of least mistakes. Tinley coast at the service line. She hits that one across. Tatum gets it up into the air. Jimenez runs all the way to the back to hit it back up. They get it into the air. Zamora. Ornalis. Zamora. Ooh.
Misses
That
by a
ball
smidge on the
sails
back.
out of bounds.
The air conditioner must have got it and pushed it out, right?
That's right.
Is that what it was?
Looked like a balloon up there at the Balloon Fest. Or Balloon Fiesta. It sailed on out of here. So that's going to bring up Georgia Weir up to the service line. She throws it up and hits it across. Jones with the first touch over toward Ornalis. Ornalis to Zamora, who hits it deep, and it lands in.
Number 5 misplayed it for Tatum, huh?
That was Slover. She thought it was going to be out. She was going to let it go, and it landed in. It's now 2020.
Wow.
I think that's a news, isn't it? 2020? Used to be back
it's a
when
show
I
on
was
Sunday afternoons, I
back
believe.
when I was old or young. Or, 'cause I am old. It was back when I was young.
That was a long time ago. Black and white TV,
Long
boys.
time ago, 2020. Granada serve goes off the hands of Villasenor and out of bounds. It's 21-20 on a great serve by Yolanda Granados.
That senior stepping it up, man. Keep in mind, this is set number 3.
And it's 1-1. Here's the serve. Villasenor with the touch. Over to Jimenez. Jimenez over to Mariscal, who hits it across. They're all tangled up again. Eunice just sends it across. Jimenez over to 14, Tucker. Jones with a good first touch. Granados. And then we hit it right into the net again.
Right into the net. I mean, we have the other two big, the taller group on the other side. I guess it was the rotation on this side to hit it over for the Eunice Cardinals.
So 21-21. Alacorn back to serve. She hits it deep. Jones misplays the first touch out of bounds. And it's 21-22. Eunice now trails.
Eunice can feel that pressure on right now. The crowd is not helping for Eunice. Gotta make some noise.
Here goes the serve. It's going to get up. And that's two straight. Lead to 2 points. Supply, BTH Services and Rental, and Parker Energy Services. Thank you guys for all that you do. Alicella, I don't even know how to say that. Alacorn?
Alacorn.
Okay, we'll say that's what it is back to serve for Tatum, and my apologies, young lady, for me butchering your name. Here is the serve. Tinley Acosta to Granados. Over to Zamora. Zamora slams it across, but Tatum once again keeps it alive. Granados tries to bump it across, and Eunice is going to end up getting a point out of it.
Off of their mistake.
Yes.
Off of Tatum's mistake. So the score is 23-22. Tatum leads. Set number 3.
So there's the serve from Eunice, and it's a good one. And it falls to the ground on Tatum's side. It's now 23-23. It's a tie ball game with Didi Zamora back to serve.
All I can say is wow, Mr. Jones.
So Didi Zamora back to the service line. She dribbles it, throws it up, hits it deep. Tatum struggles with it, but they keep it alive. It's Villasenor over to Mariscal, who hits it to Costa. Acosta to Granados. Granados to Martinez.
Ooh,
The ball goes across. We were in the net. There was no call. Granados with the set over to Big B, who hits it well. Jimenez sets up Mariscal over to Acosta. Acosta to Granados. Granados to Martinez, or McBee. McBee slams it down. There's the ball at the net.
Good job.
Eunice going to pick up a point out of that where Sarah Reeves was battling
Push
at
it
the
over,
net.
man. That was all her.
So it is now 24-23, and Tatum's going to take the timeout. Eunice has got a little momentum, 1 point away from a victory here in set 3.
They came back and, man, have the lead right now. So that's what we need out to keep that fight going. And they continue struggling out there in front, man.
Yeah, we're struggling with our rotation, like who goes from where. We're running into each other as we're crossing over. And I'm not a volleyball specialist by any means, but we do a lot of times where we have our people in the back row are coming up to be the setter or whatever, and in that crossover, that's
Boom,
where they're
they hit
running
each
into each other. It looks like they're driving on 128 out here on a
recently.
Yes. So here comes the serve from Zamora. Tatum misplays the first touch, but they get it back in play. And then it's going to send it over toward McBee. Tatum does a really good job of keeping that ball alive.
He did a great
and
job.
The ball is still in. Jimenez to Mariscal. She sends it deep for Zamora. Granados to McKinnon McBee, and she slammed it right into the net that time.
Tatum did an awesome job out that first play. They played it back. Young lady went out there and chased the ball down almost in the stands, brought it back in play, and kept this game alive for Tatum.
So that makes it 24-24. Number 12 is back to serve. That's Guerrero. Hope.
And she keeps the hope alive.
They're struggling. Eunice is running into each other everywhere. Jimenez going to set Villasenor. She hits it toward the corner. Acosta with a nice save. Over to Granados. Granados hits it to McBee. The two players ran into each other in the back for Tatum. The ball finds the floor. It's 25-24.
Got to go that extra point, ladies and gentlemen.
Goodness.
All I got to say is wow.
McKenna McBee heads to the service line. The Eunice student section comes alive. There's serve. First touch from goes over to bump it to the back corner. Jimenez over to Bernard. She slams it down. Now Tatum takes the lead, 26-25.
Wow. Wow, man. I have no kid playing, man. I'm biting my nails over here. It's a great game between these two teams, man.
Number 14, Barbie Tucker. She likes to just send it over real soft.
There it is.
Jones picks it up over to Granados. Granados to Acosta. Acosta swings at it, but Tatum does a really good job keeping it alive. Marine hits it over. Granados just sends it back. They're going to set up Bernard. She slams it toward the back. Eunice keeps it alive. Granados, Acosta, and Tatum does another good job of keeping it alive. Eunice sends it across. Jimenez over to Villasenor.
Get there, help. Oh.
Half our team quits before the ball hit the floor. Tatum wins 27-25. They take the lead 2 sets to 1.
And Tatum won because they never quit.
Yeah.
They never quit on the 50-50 balls. Balls off the nets. Balls about to hit the ground. Balls out in the stands. They wouldn't chase them down, and they came out with the victory here.
Well, that scramble right there, Eunice kept that ball alive, but half the team had already quit and thought the ball hit the floor, so they were walking toward the bench, and nobody even knew that we kept the ball alive.
That was a long game. This next one's going to be hopefully long. That we come up with a victory.
So that makes it 2 sets to 1 in favor of the Coyotes.
Man.
So with that said, we'll shout out to some sponsors as we have finished 3 sets. Eunice trails 2-1 to Tatum. Shout out to our sponsors, Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Police Department, the City of Eunice, Redbird Gas, Devon Energy, NMR Pipeline, Eunice Wrecker, Cardinal Hardware and Lumber. Wow.
I have to go to Eunice Health Clinic to get my blood pressure checked after that game.
Man, I tell you.
And
It's even worse as a parent.
I did that. I've been through those before.
I know.
But the tough thing is, like you said, people have quit and the game wasn't over yet.
Yes. Yeah.
Tatum shows that passion out there, shows that love for the game, and that's what separates him from other people.
Yeah. Yeah, that set right there, that last volley is a perfect example of what we cannot do. You can't stop playing because you think the ball's on the floor. You got to play until that point is given, and you got to keep running. You got to keep moving because we kept that ball alive there at the end and had a chance to keep it going.
Yeah, keep in mind we had a chance of winning the game as well because we came back, got the lead, we were about to win, we made the mistakes.
Yep.
And then Tatum came by. They made a few mistakes, but they never gave up on themselves. And I'm not saying the Eunice that they just gave up on that one particular set.
Yep. Yeah, you can't do it. You gotta play till the ball hits the floor completely.
The last whistle blows, right?
Yes. Yes. So with that said, Eunice trails here 2-1.
In the district game.
District game is the first game of district. And the bad thing about it is this is what matters. Eunice has beat this Tatum team fairly easily, 3-1 and 3-0. But this is the one that matters. That other one, those other two.
Practice.
Yeah, basically. You know, they'll get you in the polls early in the season, but ultimately where you finish in district is huge.
That's all that matters, man.
Yep.
Some people don't. You can go perfect in the regular season. You lose the first playoff game, you're out.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Yeah, so we're getting ready here. They're running a little time off the clock. I guess just letting everybody
28
relax.
seconds
Both
left.
teams are standing out there ready to go. Eunice trails 2-1. Looks like McKenna McBee will be starting the service off for the Lady Cardinals. I think we're finally ready, and here comes the whistle. Eunice will be serving. McBee hits it across. Mariscal, Jimenez, over to Mariscal. She's going to send it deep. McBee keeps it alive. They set Acosta. Acosta hits it over to the back row to Slover. Jimenez to Mariscal, and she hits it into the net.
And just like that, it's 1-0. Eunice's favor so far early in the first set.
So Eunice up 1-0. McBee back to serve. She hits that one across. It's a good serve. And Tatum couldn't come up with it. That was Villasenor diving, trying to keep it alive. It sails out of bounds. It's now 2-0.
2-0, Jones said.
McBee with the serve. She hits another good one. Mariscal. Back to Mariscal. She hits it across to Jones. Jones over to Granados. Granados to Tinley Acosta. Acosta slams that one down, but Tatum, in typical Tatum fashion, keeps it alive. McBee. Granados just going to bump it across. Villasenor struggling with it at the net.
Jimenez
They're going to
cleaned it up,
send
huh?
it across. Yes, they did. And then Eunice had a double play. Man.
It took forever to throw that whistle.
And once again, we stopped again. And I don't know why we do that. We have got to play till that whistle goes. We stop, and then we put it in their hands. It's 3-0. McBee. Oh, and there's a nice ball there from Martinez. That makes it 4-0. And Tatum wants to talk about it.
That's a smart move on their coach because they came out a little flat-footed, a little confused as well. But Eunice is doing a great job right now early in the game, like they did earlier.
Yep.
But we just got to continue scoring points and not making mistakes.
Yeah, got to play with that passion throughout every set till the ball hits the floor, till the game is over. You got to keep going.
And the key word is passion.
Yeah.
Sometimes passion can shine more than your talent.
Right.
So.
Yeah, you know, you see a lot of teams, especially in volleyball and basketball, you see a lot of teams that may not have the athletic talent that other teams do, but they'll go out and whoop them because they just have that passion, that fire, you know, I'm not saying this Tatum team don't have some skilled players. I'm just saying they're playing with some passion
Don't misunderstand
in some of these sets.
Don't put words in your mouth.
That's right. So McBee back to serve. She throws it up and hits it over. Villasenor, they hit it to Jimenez. Jimenez hits it deep to Jones. Jones keeps it alive. Eunice is all discombobulated.
I'm losing my breath up here.
They hit it to Jimenez. Jimenez deep to McBee. Over to Granados. Granados to Acosta. Acosta spins one across. And they're going to get Tatum for being in the net. It's now 5-0.
And touching some more on what you were saying about the passion, these two teams are pretty equivalent, man.
Yeah.
So you got to have that extra passion in it.
So here goes McBee. She hits it across. Tatum keeps it in the air. Over to Jimenez. Mariscal to Jones. Jones to Granados. Granados to Acosta. Acosta bumps it toward the back, but Tatum keeps it alive. They're going to set up Tucker. Granados misplays it slightly. And it goes back to Jones. Jones to Acosta, who hits across. Jimenez sets it for Mariscal on Tatum. She drives it across to Jones. Jones picks it up. They hit it to Martinez. Martinez slams it down, but Tatum keeps it alive. Tatum's going to try to make a run on that one. That was Slover, but she hits it into the net. It's now 6-0.
She came from the way back corner and tried to get there.
Yes.
6-0 here in the fourth set, correct?
So McBee, yes, with the serve. She hits it across. It's a good one. Villasenor to Jimenez. Jimenez just bumps it across. Jones, Granados, Acosta.
Oh,
and there was confusion there between the two. And the two Tatum girls showing a little frustration, having a little argument out there on the court.
you see that? I wasn't going to say it on the radio.
Yeah, and the coach is like, y'all want to argue? Come over here. I'm going to let you argue with me a while.
We're going to have to call the Eunice PD on them, huh?
It's 7-0. Yeah, we might have to call them for sure, because we're going to have an altercation here.
With the same Tatum players, right? We're just joking if you're listening from Tatum. They have character, guys. We're just playing.
So it's 7-0. Eunice in the lead. This time out is brought to you by Devon Energy, one of those oil companies out here pumping oil and keeping all of New Mexico and education going. Devon Energy, we appreciate all that you do. A lot of people around here work for them, and I know a bunch of them, but the only one that just comes to mind off the top of my head is my son-in-law, Bryce Jenkins.
Imagine that. You must love him a lot, huh?
Yeah, all them son-in-laws, you love them. Got to. You got to.
I wish we would have got your face, son.
Here's the serve from McBee. McBee to Mariscal. Over to Jimenez. Sarah Reeves does a good job of keeping that alive, and that was a nice shot there by Granados. She hits it deep into the corner on that first touch, and they were sleeping.
Sleeping big time.
8-0 in favor of the Cardinals. McBee. Oh, Villasenor struggles with it, but she gets it back across. Villasenor hits it to Jones. Jones to Granados. Granados to
Costa.
Costa slams it down to Tatum in typical Tatum fashion, keeps it alive. There's the block at the net by Jasmine Martinez, and Eunice is going to pick up another point. It's 10-0.
Man, 10-0.
They had a skunk in volleyball. I wish they did. Like, we got 12-0. The set was over. Here goes the serve by McBee. Tatum keeps it alive. They set up Jimenez to Mariscal. McBee, Granados. Granados to Acosta. Acosta slams it down, and that ball's headed for the bleachers, but Tatum keeps it alive.
Chases it down, and they hit it
out of bounds. Great hustle by Tatum.
Great hustle, but it's not enough right now. Eunice is in the zone to take care of business right now. 10-0 here in the fourth set. It's 2-1. Tatum leads.
So here goes the serve from McBee. She hits it into the corner. Tatum struggles with it, but they keep it alive. Jimenez slams it toward McBee, who keeps it in the air. Then Martinez sends it back. Tucker for Tatum. Over to McBee. Granados for Eunice. Acosta slams that one right into the net, and that will be the first point this set for Tatum.
I have nothing to say there. That's a beautiful job by the Eunice Cardinals, capitalizing, making 10 points. Oh, a little confusion on the bench for the Tatum Coyotes as they try to get their subs in here.
Yeah, they're having a little bit of confusion with their.
I love the coach. The coach is like, over this way, over this way.
So 10-1. Thank you to our sponsors, NMR Pipeline, Eunice Wrecker, Eunice Police Department, Cardinal Hardware, just some of our many sponsors that make these free broadcasts possible. They never charge, they never ask for your personal information. There's a serve from Tatum's number 12. That's Hope Guerrero. It goes into the net.
Oh, man, what's wrong with Tatum right now? Are they cold out there?
I don't know. It is kind of cool outside.
I'm freezing. I'll start hugging Charlie here in a minute.
Easy, boy.
He'll
Easy.
keep you warm.
Snuggle it up.
It's 11-1. Vivian Ornelas back to the service line. She hits it across. It touches the top of the net, falls in, but Tatum keeps it alive. Villasenor.
Oh, hit it again. Oh. She was waving her hands at me a couple of times.
Yeah, she was trying to use some of that magic that illusionist was using the other day, where she was trying to use the force to get it to go back over. It's 11-2. That ball served deep, and Granados gets in the way, but she keeps it alive. Ornelas just sends it across. They send it back to Villasenor. Jones picks it up. Ornelas.
Oh, good job.
And a nice one-handed service back across. Jimenez finds the perfect spot and picks up the point.
Jimenez is our Achilles heel. That young lady is just awesome out there for the Tatum Coyotes.
She's a player. Sometimes ours are getting out of place and getting in the way of.
She sees it and Coyotes just scores. Oh, that was in.
But that one's right there. We don't get in the way of that one.
Who served that one? Number 8 for Tatum?
Yes, that is number 8.
Wheeler? Or?
That is Weir is what I have. Georgia Weir. So Miss Weir back to serve again. Tatum on a run here. It's 11-4. There's the serve. Granados with a good first touch. Over to Ornelas. Back to Granados, and she smacks it into the net.
Wow, just like that, it's 11-6 or 5-5.
Granados struggling in the last couple of volleys here. Got to clear that head. It's 11-5. Here comes the serve from Weir. Acosta hits it up. Over to Ornelas. Granados sends it across. Tatum Jimenez going to set it up. And
she's blocked. Beautiful block by number 7, Sarah. She just
Sarah
said, man.
Reeves with
Sarah
a block
Reeves.
at the net. What a block by Sarah Reeves.
She made it look easy, didn't she?
Yeah, that block was definitely brought to you by the Eunice Health Clinic. Her mama brought you that block all the way.
Man, that hurt my feelings.
12-5. Here comes the serve from Jones. Tatum keeps it alive. Jimenez sends it to the back to Jones. Ornelas. Tinley Acosta.
Oh,
That
it goes
ball's in.
Oh, no. She changed mine. She changed
Oh,
her
no.
mind.
I was looking at my notes.
Oh, Pokey Reeves, she changed her mind. She changed her mind. But hell, oh well.
I must have missed that one. That's
I don't
another
know.
one of those that I'm like, what?
You gotta clean them glasses, Jones. That's what you
Man,
gotta do.
I'm going to have to.
It's 12-6, man.
And now we've got Jimenez back to serve again. She runs, throws it up, spanks it over. Hits
Literally.
it toward Acosta. They're going to set Acosta now. She sends it across. Tatum does a good job like they always do of keeping it alive. They set Jimenez in the back row. Ornelas over to Jones. Jones hits it across. Tatum with a little confusion. They're going to set some more. And Tatum keeps it alive again. They're going to send it across. Granados. They send it over to Zamora. There's a crash on Tatum's side. Their players look like Eunice Cardinals. They all run into each other. The ball hits the floor.
That all came from Zamora. Like you said, she floated and tapped over here to the left side of the court. And Tatum wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, you think of a floater usually being in basketball. Zamora's got the floater in volleyball. It's 13-6. Tinley Acosta back to serve. Tatum with a couple of subs. Here goes Acosta. She hits it across. The libero picks it up for Tatum. Jimenez over to Villasenor, who sends it back to the corner. Jones with a good save. Ornelas to Granados. Granados sends it across. Jimenez over to Henard.
Oh. Man, they got quiet, huh?
Oh man, they called Granados in the net.
They blew that whistle and got very quiet in here.
Yeah, because
Nobody knew what was going on.
It was like way after the fact, so I think it confused everybody.
The late whistle. Now she's talking to the ref or to the Tatum. Oh, he's smiling. We're good. Checking the rotation for the Tatum Coyotes. Make sure they got the right rotation out there.
It's 13-7. Eunice at one point led 11-1. It's now 13-7. Tatum on a run.
Tatum is waking up out there.
Yes. And Eunice is going to sleep.
And I'm going to freeze to death.
They got the AC kicking in here, but see, not the administrators around here are tough. Look at that one down there. She wearing shorts, flip-flops, and a T-shirt.
So look at that one down there.
Well, it's almost winter time, so we're going to get the AC going.
The AC going out.
That's the way it always was when I was at school.
So here goes Villasenor with the serve. Tinley Acosta bumps that one that goes out of bounds, but Granados keeps it alive. Tatum trying to keep it in play.
Oh,
They do.
Fun. Tim was in the net, and that's what? The question that they're saying Zamora was in the net, but the net did not move, flinch, or at all. So we'll see here in a minute. Just like that, it's 13-8. You still lead.
I'm confused on that one, but it's 13-8. There's a misplayed ball by Costa. Jones sends it back in. Zamora sends it across.
Oh, that's inbound. That's in. Oh! What?
This one right here called it out.
That was. I'm sorry for hitting you.
From 13-9, Eunice was up 11-1. It's now 13-9.
Oh,
Costa misplayed that one again. Jones gets it back in. Ornelas sends it across. Jimenez over to Mariscal. Mariscal slams it down. Acosta. She hits it up over the top of the net. Serves up Mariscal with a little slam dunk. And Eunice is now going to take a timeout after leading 11-1. It's now 13-10.
Them Coyotes woke up when they started howling. Huh.
Man, I'm telling you.
I'm about to hell with this cold air.
And them Cardinals, they flew south for the winter because this AC kicked on up here and cooled them all off. So
They still have the lead. If they can still stay focused and stay focused, we should be okay.
yeah, got to get it going again. I mean, at one point it was 10-0, then 11-1. It's now 13-10.
13-10. Sounds closer than you actually know, knowing the last 2-3 sets they've had. That's 4 sets they had.
Want to shout out to our sponsors, Parker Energy. Brett Petty, Parker, the Kickster, we're thinking about you. BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, the Eunice Police Department, City of Eunice, Redbird Gas, Devon Energy, NMR Pipeline, Eunice Wrecker, Cardinal Hardware and Lumber. And I don't know about y'all, but we've also got an important football game this week. Here goes Tatum at the service line.
There's a football game this weekend?
Man, I heard there was. Villasenor with the serve. She hits it to Acosta. Acosta to Ornelas for Eunice. Zamora tries to tip it across. And Tatum's number 3, that's Avery Hennard, going to be called in the net.
That's a good break for Eunice Cardinals there, man.
Eunice needed that. It's 14-10, and we'll send the senior Granados back to the service line. She throws it up and hits it. It's a good one. Tatum misplays it, but as they normally do, they keep it alive.
Tatum doesn't misplay nothing.
Acosta over to Zamora. Zamora slams it down, and that'll give Eunice a point, 15-10.
That's a beautiful job. Had a cool little quick serve. What's that?
Man, they changed the score over here. That I don't even know how that happens. That board was like 20 seconds behind this one. There's the serve from Granados. They hit it across. Tatum struggling again, but as they always do, they find a way to get it over. Granados to Zamora, and Zamora hits it to Jow, where there's a football game this weekend.
She hit it high and deep, huh?
Man,
but out of bounds.
It was way back over toward Jow. Jow Eunice football game Saturday in Jow. Rematch Friday. Rematch of last year's state championship game. Tatum at the service line hits it across. Acosta misplayed the first touch, and then Granados, rather than go up and get it, tried to swing at it and missed it. It's 12-15. It's number 3, Avery Hennard, back to serve. She hits it to Jones. Jones to Granados. Granados to McBee. McBee does a great job of finding that back corner.
Granado was not expecting that. She was running sprint toward, but she did not get there.
16-12, Eunice in the lead here. We are in set number 4. Eunice trails 2-1 here. Zamora throws it up, serves it across. There's a scramble for it. Tatum going to push it across. Granados over to McBee. McBee with a nice little spinner, but Tatum once again keeps it alive. That's Mighty Skull. Zamora, Granados, McBee. Tatum keeps it alive again. Jimenez with a nice little turnaround dump. They get it to McBee. McBee sends it over. Tatum just going to punch it across. McBee's going to touch it at the net. Mighty Skull over to number 14. That's Tucker. Tucker just sends it across.
It's a long volley here.
Man, making my voice box tired.
Oh, and Jasmine finds that back corner on the right-hand side there. After a pretty long volley on both teams, doing a good job keeping that ball alive, and Eunice finally capitalized on it.
So it's 17-12, and Didi Zamora goes back to the service line. She hits a nice serve. Villasenor, Jimenez, Mighty Skull. Tinley Acosta jumps in, keeps it alive.
Nice set by Sarah there.
And there is a double, they're going to call that double touch or lift.
I thought they were calling on Eunice. I thought nobody hit the net.
So that'll send Zamora back to the service line again. It's now showing 18-12 on the scoreboard. Zamora throws it up, hits it across. Tatum misplays it, but once again, they're going to keep it in play. Tinley Acosta. Granados over to McBee. McBee does a good job. Granados over to Martinez, who taps it with a little finger roll, but Tatum keeps it alive again.
They're
Granados.
beast, bro.
Martinez, Tatum again.
Help. Oh, over.
Send it across. McBee's going to tip it. We got a heck of a volley going. Jimenez, Mighty Skull, Zamora for Eunice. Granados, Martinez slams it into the net.
Man, that's a good volley. A lot of battling on both sides, man. Beautiful job. I mean, everybody did their job there. We just made that one small mistake again.
18-13. Eunice leads by 5. Number 6, Alcorn back to serve. She hits it to Jones. Jones over to Granados. Granados to McBee. McBee bumps it across. Jimenez over to Mariscal. Tinley Acosta with a good first touch. Granados to McBee. McBee slams it down, but Tatum keeps it alive. Jimenez, Mariscal. Jones picks it up. Little bump set, a touch from Martinez. Back across to Eunice. McBee over to Martinez, who finds the gap and picks up another point.
The reason I laugh is such a slow developing play, but yet effective.
So that makes it 19-13. Eunice in the lead, and McBee, who started the game serving, heads to the back. McBee sets that one up there.
Oh, Martinez.
And Martinez slams it down.
That
It's now
50-50 ball.
20-13.
That 50-50 ball up there just tapped it down. Because you got Sarah up there and Martinez, but there's some big girls up there.
Yes. So McBee back to the service line again. Eunice in the lead, 20-13. Here goes the serve.
Ooh, off the shoulder.
Tatum, yeah, that's who they are. They misplayed that one, but they get it across again. Tinley Acosta's going to slam it down. There's a 50-50 ball in the net. And they're going to call Jasmine Martinez in the net.
You're saying she went over?
She reached across. You got to wait on that ball, I guess, to get even.
The ref on that side was saying something. The ref on
Yeah.
this side was saying something. So I think he supersedes him, right?
Yes. So it's 20-14. Mariscal will be back to serve
That's a good serve
for
as
the
well.
Cardinals. I mean, for the Coyotes, and she hits that one out of bounds.
We jinxed her.
Yep, 21-14. Eunice leads by 7.
Charlie said the ball don't lie.
The ball don't lie. Don't ever lie.
That's going to bring Vivi
Okay.
Ornelas back to the service line. 21-14, Eunice in the lead. Vivi has it. She crosses it over, spins it up, throws it across. Mariscal with a tough first touch. She gets it to Slover, who just sends it across. Ornelas going to send it back for Eunice. Jimenez going to set it via Senor, who slams it down. Jones picks it up.
Help. Oh!
And there was some confusion there as to who was going to get it, and nobody got it. The ball hit the floor. It's now 21-15.
That's what made say that. Nobody got it.
Nope.
Nobody got it. It's a mistake again, Jones.
Tucker to serve. Over to Acosta. Ornelas. Acosta. The ball's blocked at the net.
Help.
Keep it alive.
Over.
And we do, and then we hit it out of bounds.
Man, the good thing about that is that they kept the ball alive and they didn't quit before the whistle was blown.
So it's 21-16. Tatum on a bit of a run here with Tucker at the service line. Acosta. Ornelas. Granada slam dunks it. It's off the wall and headed toward Jal. 22-16. Eunice in the lead.
And that's the only way the Tatum doesn't play those balls, man. We got to hit it hard and then hit the wall.
Yeah, if you don't hit it hard, Tatum's going to get the ball in the
They'll
air.
chase him down anywhere.
Chloe Jones back to serve for the Cardinals. 22-16 lead. Good first touch by Mariscal over to Jimenez to Avery. Eunice with a bad first touch goes over the net, and we set up Tatum, who slams it down. 22-17. That first touch is so important.
It's so important to set everything else going, and Tatum is not giving up at all.
Jimenez back to serve. She's going to do that little running crooked cross corner serve that she does that seems to be hard to hit. Ornelas to Granados. They're going to set up on the side for Villasenor, who slams it out of bounds. 23-17, Eunice in the lead.
Tatum is still trying, man. They're still battling.
Man, in a game that was at one point 11-1, Tatum is
making
made
it a game.
competitive.
They're making it a game.
Tinley Acosta, the senior, back to serve, throws it up, hits it. Tatum does a good job keeping it alive. They're just going to send it over here.
Help.
Eunice going to keep it alive, and they're going to send it over. So free ball for Tatum. And Minna is going to set up via Senor, who slams it onto the floor. 23-18. Eunice leads by 5.
Jimenez, man. When Jimenez is out there, she kind of says the pace of the game of every out there, man. She's their captain, I believe.
Via
Does a very
Senor
good job.
back to serve for the Lady Coyotes. She hits it across. Granado's first touch goes to Ornelas. Ornelas to Zamora, and Zamora slams it towards
Way
Joe out of
too high.
bounds. 23-19. Tatum on another run.
A strong run, man. Eunice needs to stay focused, man. Get it done.
Via Senor back to serve for the Coyotes again. She throws it up, hits it over. Costa's first touch is deflected.
Help.
Ornelas, and then Eunice somehow gets it across. They keep it alive. Stover over to Tucker. Jones picks that one up off the floor. Granada slams it toward the back. Slover over to Jimenez, and that comes back across again. Ornales over to McBee. McBee slams it across, but Tatum keeps it alive. Mariscal over to Ornales. And then Zamora hits it right into the net. It's 23-20.
It was a good volley there, man. But once again, we shooting across her body.
It's those plays like that. And
it hurt us.
And everybody on the team makes them.
Oh,
but
yeah,
those are the ones that kill us. We hit it right into the net on a ball that's in where it needs to be. It's perfectly right there, but we hit down instead of hitting
into the net.
Yeah.
Just like that, Eunice calls a timeout. And Tatum seems like they were never losing 10-0 earlier.
Well, and the thing about Tatum, like what we were just talking about with that ball where we hit it in the net, they don't, I probably better, well, I don't want to knock on wood for them, but they don't do that very often.
No, they don't.
They go ahead and just get the ball back over the net and give their defense a chance to set up.
Yeah, they reset.
And they keep the ball in play. So you've got to score on them. They're not going to make 25 errors in a set and give you 25 points.
It's very seldom they'll make 5 mistakes in the game, in the set.
Yeah, so we've got to get the ball over the net. Whether we slam it or not, we've got to get it back over the net and keep the ball in play. So Tatum with the serve. Villasenor back to serve. It's 23-20. They throw it up and hit it over. Acosta's first touch goes to Ornales. Ornales to Granados. Granados hits it across. Tatum keeps it alive like they always do. Mariscal trying to tip it. And she tips it right at the feet of Ornales, who hits it under the net.
She hit it right over the block as well.
23-21. Tatum trails by 2 after being down 10. There's the serve. Jones with the first touch. Over to Ornales. Ornales to McBee. Sarah Reeves, Zamora does a good job of keeping it in play. Mariscal hits it across to McBee. Ornales sends it back to Granados. Jimenez going to set up Tucker. Tucker to Ornales after the Granados save. Here we go again. Jimenez, they hit it all the way back, and it's going to be out of bounds off Tatum. It's 24-21, and Eunice has a set point here and a chance to even this game and send it to a 5th set.
If Mariscal would have squared up, man, that would have been a point for Tatum. So here we go for Eunice Cardinal.
Granados, the senior, back to serve. She hits it in. Tatum having a little bit of confusion here as to who's going to get it, but they send it across. Jones, Granados, McBee. There's 2 players running to each other there for and Eunice gets the point. I was just saying they don't make too many mistakes. They made one there. 25-21.
They caught him off guard because the ball got right in the net, pushed it down, and the ball hit the floor. So just like that, we're going to set 5.
It's now 25-21.
And I'm running my hands staying warm here.
And so we're all tied up at 2 sets apiece, and this will be that short set that we'll be having here next.
And we need some Red Bird gas up in here to start a little propane tank.
Damn. Yeah, see if down at Eunice Hardware and Lumber, they got a little heater we can use up here. We're usually setting up here. We're usually up here sweating, and we're not sweating today.
Well, we might be after these games, man. It's supposed to have been.
The admin has got the ACA kicking up here in the corner.
Well, at least we know it works, correct?
Yeah. I may need to run on down to, let's see, somebody's got to have a sweater here. Maybe Eunice Public Schools sells some Eunice Cardinal hoodies or something. Maybe Eunice Pump and Supply. Maybe, I bet they got some jackets.
Oh, they got some jackets.
Yeah.
Some FRs.
Yeah, Chad Howler, he wears a big hoodie. He keep me warm for sure down at BTH Services.
I like their logos, man, on their trucks.
Oh, yeah?
Have a jacket like that on, man, I'll be the walking billboard as big as I am.
NMR Pipeline, Eunice Wrecker, Cardinal Hardware and Lumber, Devon Energy, the City of Eunice, Eunice Police Department, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Services and Rental, and Parker Energy. Thank you for making these broadcasts free to all those at home.
I was wondering, I'm missing something because you kept saying Devon, somebody else.
It's written
yeah,
on mine.
Okay.
Because this was a volleyball from last year, and I tried to take the ones out, and I didn't have the new list with me. So I wrote the extras on my sheet. You don't have them on your sheet.
Last time we didn't know, so every time out I just push it in here.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, so just trying to get everybody out on the court here.
We're waiting for the ref. He had to go to the.
Oh, he did. He
take a little
disappeared.
break. Shoot, he got a minute and 34 seconds left. I mean, so.
Yeah, he's got
Eunice and Tatum are ready to go out to play some volleyball.
15. I think it's 15. That's 15. We'll play this set to 15.
A quick 15. And it's a good thing if Eunice starts off on rhythm, but it's a bad thing if Eunice starts off on rhythm, not on rhythm.
Yeah, if you could get up 11-1 like you were in that last one, you'd be in business. Here comes the official running in. His head's kind of red. Looks like he's blushing a little bit because everybody in the gym knew where he was. Here comes the serve from McBee. It's a good one. Villaseñor struggles with it. Jimenez gets it across, and no doubt they get
don't
it back.
struggle. Tatum does not struggle with the ball.
Acosta finds the spot there, and a good point by Eunice to start off 1-0 here in this set.
It's a great job there by Tanya Acosta. You're finding that empty spot, man. Open spot. I mean.
So Kenna McBee back at the service line again. Eunice leads 1-0, and there's the serve.
Ooh.
That one finds the ground again. Mariscal tried to get to it, couldn't get enough air under it for anybody else to help her. Kenna McBee leads 2-0, and Tatum says, no, we don't want another 10-0 run to start.
I like she did the timeout right away. Let's stop this right here, right now. We came too far to lose this fifth set to Eunice Cardinals.
Yeah, this is a short set here, and the coach from Tatum not liking what she sees. Eunice up 2-0. This is a huge game for this district.
This is the district champs, I believe.
Well, it's very possible.
I mean, that's my point of view. I mean,
you got Hagerman, who's tough as nails, and you've got these two teams here that are very tough. And don't get me wrong, not saying anybody the others aren't, but I think for sure it's between these three, and so it's going to be interesting. It's 2-0. Eunice leads here. It's 2-2 as far as the sets go, and there's the serve from McBee. Villaseñor over to Jimenez. She's just going to clear as Mariscal just hits it across. Jones to Granados to McBee. I'm sorry, to Tinley Acosta. Tatum does what they always do, and they keep it alive. Jones, Granados, Acosta to Jimenez, over to Weir, Granados. Oh, and Jasmine hit that one into the net. It's 2-1.
Sometimes you just gotta stay focused and stick to the basics. Don't get too fancy on that. Take what they can give you.
She tried to tip it back down the net and just didn't get anything into it. So here goes Mariscal for Tatum. She slams one deep, and it goes out of bounds. I was this far out of bounds.
Yeah, they're saying it was in bounds.
Yeah, well, the coach is arguing with them.
All the balls have been out of bounds.
Yeah,
that
one was this far outside the line.
Not one down my mind it was.
So it's 3-1. Vivi Ornelas back to serve. She serves that one over. Slovo picks it up. Over to Jimenez, who sets Villaseñor, and they hit it right into the net.
And they haven't called a lot of two hits, and you're seeing a lot of that right now.
So it's now 4-1. Is going to set up Sarah Reeves, who hit that one into the net. It's 4-2.
There wasn't that good of a set for number 7 to go on serve.
And our two players, Granados, ran into the setter again there. Acosta, Ornelas to Acosta. She slams it down, but Tatum keeps it alive. They're going to get to Villaseñor. Jones picks that one up. Acosta put that one right where it needed to be.
Man, we've made 3 points in that one little spot.
So that's 5-2 after the nice play by Acosta. Chloe Jones heads back to the service line for the Cardinals. She throws it up and hits it over.
That's in. Oh! Let me take my mic off. That was so in. It's tough. That's tough, man. So the score is 5-3 Eunice leads here in the fifth set.
We got a goofy coach down there that can't see his dog when it runs off every day, but he was calling that one out too. So it's 5-4.
And he manages to hit the line on the serve over there for Tatum.
Wow.
And she called it in.
Yeah, so that one's called in. It's now 5-4. Jimenez at the service line for Tatum. Tatum got some momentum going. There's the serve. Jones with the first touch. Ornelas over to Zamora, who bumps it way high and over soft. Slover.
Ooh, that's tough.
Jimenez. And Jimenez hits that one into the net. It's now 6-4.
Game is moving fast here. Fast. And Tatum's making a lot of mistakes here early in this short game.
Tinley Acosta, the senior, back to serve for the Lady Cardinals, who lead 6-4. Waiting on a few substitutions here and waiting on the whistle. 6-4, Eunice in the lead. Acosta to serve. She throws it up and hits it over. Two Tatum players weren't sure who was going to get it, and it hits the floor. It's 7-4. The Tatum coach is fired up. Boy, she is letting them have it. Her whole face is red. She's got veins popping out on her forehead. Look like Halloween. Tatum keeps that ball alive. Zamora hammers it right out of bounds. 7-5. Man, the Tatum coach was fired up at that last play.
Can you blame her?
Oh, no.
That's the second time it's happened tonight for the Tatum Coyotes.
7-5. Eunice in the lead. Villasenor back to serve. She hits a good one. Acosta with the first touch over to Ornelas. Ornelas to Granados. Granados hits it across, but Tatum keeps it alive. They're going to clear it. Ornelas hit that ball backwards. And I don't know what happened there, but we hit it into the net.
I know what happened.
7-6. Eunice now leads by 1.
I know what happened. We didn't score. That's what happened.
It looked like we were we were confused as to where we were at. So there's Acosta with the first touch. She picks it up over to Ornelas. Zamora hits it across. Jimenez going to set it up out here. They hit it deep. Acosta keeps it alive. Nice set there by Ornelas, and Granada smacks it into the net. It's 7-7 here in the deciding set. And Eunice's coach says, I want to talk about
I've had enough of this.
Tatum's coach's veins have went away. She looks normal, and Eunice's veins are starting to pop out in the forehead over there.
Man, I think we're going to call Eunice pumping spike, get her some Gatorade, because she was
we're going to have to call the city Eunice and see if there's an ambulance up here for a little blood pressure check.
By golly.
It may be on me. 7-7 here.
He said on himself, huh?
Eunice.
I think there's more veins popping out than the coach over there. A couple up here.
I'm telling you.
Man.
I mean, it's been a great night watching this volleyball team play.
7-7. Villasenor back to serve. We're in a 2-2 tie here in sets. It's a big game here for District 4-2A. Jimenez just bumps it over. Granados. Ornelas. Zamora spins it over the top of the net.
Spot, man.
It hit the top of the net, had the spin on it, and jumped over right into the little gap in the middle.
We'll take it. The point for the Eunice Cardinals.
8-7.
That's a hard-on point, man.
Speaking of hard, this bench is hard on my caboose.
You need a bit more meat on it.
I got plenty of meat. I've been eating too much. All right, they're going to set up to Mariscal. Mariscal on that one off the net, and the blocker in the front at an angle, and nobody
hit it so hard, it pushed her right through there.
had that spin, and so it turned and went sideways. That makes it 8 up. So number 3, that's Nard back to serve. She hits it to Acosta. Acosta to Granados. And then we airmail it out of bounds, so it's 9-8.
Wow. Wow.
So Hennard back to serve again for Tatum. It's 9-8.
Good serve by Hennard.
Acosta over to Granados. To Jasmine Martinez. She dumps it in the middle. Tatum keeps it alive. Jimenez to Mariscal. Granados does a good job keeping it alive. We get it to Martinez, and Martinez accidentally finds the opposite corner. She was swinging this way. It went off the side of her wrist and went that way.
It's like a curveball off the pinky, huh?
So that makes it 9-9.
It counts, right?
Yes, it
My
does.
God, we'll take it 5 days a week.
Didi Zamora heads to the service line for the Cardinals in a 9-9 tie, 2-2 set tie. And she skims it over the top of the net. Jimenez over to Mariscal. They hit it down the line. Eunice keeps it alive. And they save it back. McBee to Acosta. They set up Mariscal. She hits it hard. Granados keeps it alive. And then from the back, we hit it down instead of up.
No air on that ball at all. Young lady couldn't play with it anyways. That is coming straight at her. She's protecting herself there for a second.
So that makes it 10-9. Tatum in the lead. Number 6, Alcorn back to serve. She hits it across. Jones with the first touch goes to Granados. Granados to McBee. McBee hits it into the ceiling.
Man, now it's 11-9.
Man,
Tatum with
Eunice-
the lead here.
Eunice been in the lead the whole time, or tied one way or the other. Now they trail by 2 as we're getting late in this set. Here comes the serve for Tatum. They hit it to Acosta. Acosta to Granados. Granados to Martinez. And
Just barely
Martinez
misses
hits
the
it out
corner.
of bounds.
Just
Once again,
barely
that's what
misses
we
it.
talked about. We're getting too
Fancy.
fancy and just hitting the ball over.
And Eunice calls a timeout on that one, realizing that the game might slip away here. The score being 12-9 as Tatum came back, got the lead, and continued being in the lead, boss.
We make too many mistakes in these sets that we've lost this time where we do stuff like that. I mean, we and like I said, it's everybody. It's not just one player that makes them. It happened to be Martinez right there, but it's been everybody on the team, including my own kid.
And it's too late in the season to be doing that.
Yes, you gotta have those solid plays right there. We just needed it back over onto their side.
And you reset, you
Yes.
could get the next one.
So it's 9-12. Eunice trails here. Alicella Arcon back to serve for Tatum. She throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Acosta bumps it over to Granados. Granados throws it over to Maureen, who slams it into the net. And Eunice is 2 points away from losing and going 0-1 in district.
Wow.
So here goes Tatum back to serve. She throws it up, hits it across. Jones with the first touch goes to Granados. Granados to Martinez. Martinez bumps it across. Tatum keeps it alive. They're going to send it across to Mariscal. Jones keeps it alive. They're going to send it in. They keep it there. You got to hit that one, but we get it in, so we're still playing. Mariscal. Granados. Eunice is in some confusion here. Maureen sends it across. Tatum struggling.
A lot happened there from Eunice saving the ball over here, getting it over, not capitalizing on the 50-50 ball. But unfortunately, we came out with the point. 10-13, Tatum leads.
Maureen spanks that one across and hits it right out of bounds.
So it's game point.
Another mistake, 14-10. You can't make mistakes like that in this type of game. Mariscal back to serve. She hits it right in the middle. Maureen bumps it up with a good touch. Tinley Acosta sends it over. Tatum does a good job. They're going to set Villasenor, who drives it off the block, and that is it. Eunice loses and goes over in district here as they lose the first game of district play, and they are now 0-1 in District 4-2A.
It was a game of mistakes for the Eunice Cardinals, and it was a great game for the Tatum Coyotes coming out here, taking care of business, coming from behind a few games and never giving up and always trusting themselves in their positions they played.
Want to make sure we shout out to some sponsors: Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Police Department, City of Eunice, Redbird Gas, Devon Energy, NMR Pipeline, Eunice Wrecker, Cardinal Hardware. Want to shout out to all of you. Thank you for all that you do, and thank you for making these broadcasts happen. We will also be bringing you Thursday's game. Mm-hmm. Is that here?
Yes,
So that is here versus, is it Loving?
I believe it was Dexter or Loving.
You know what? It may be Dexter.
It was
As
Dexter.
soon as the email.
It may be Dexter on Thursday. So Dexter Thursday from here at home, we'll be bringing you that game. And then, of course, Friday night, I heard there's a football game in Lee
Down
County.
south, I think.
Yeah, between the Panthers and the undefeated Panthers and the Eunice Cardinals. So
Well, maybe we can change that Friday night.
I tell you what, it ought to be one heck of a battle, as Chow won the regular season game last year. Then Eunice won the state championship game down there in Chow last year. The Panthers are undefeated this year. They're the #1 ranked team in the state of New Mexico, and you can guarantee that they're going to be looking for some revenge.
It's going to be, they're looking for revenge. They're ready to fight us out there.
Yep.
But there's two stations going to be putting that game, us and them. as in Giles people. So y'all tune in to us Friday night.
Yeah, we got to get them Eunice folks
Excited.
viewing and watching or down there, one or the other. We might even see if we can get the train to come back and park at Giles Football Stadium and make a little noise like they did last year. With that said, any thoughts on tonight's game?
We've seen some good things. We've seen some bad things. I mean, what you can do from it is learn from it, less mistakes, and just trust your partner out there, man. Trust your players. Communication.
It's a tough one for sure. You know, Eunice has had such a great preseason, or whatever you want to call it, regular season. This was district game number 1. They're ranked in the top 4 in the state of New Mexico coming into tonight. You can guarantee you they're not now, but it's a tough deal because when you get to that point, the pressure's going to be on you. When you've done as well as they've done in these early season games, you've got to get up there and you've got to finish, and we didn't do that.
We did not do that tonight. We had plenty of opportunities to finish the games.
So with that said, we want to thank you for listening to Nomark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports here from Joe Langston Gymnasium. One of the last years that the gymnasium will be here, at least could be. Might have to get with the school and figure out what's going on with that because we've been discussing it for a year and a half and hadn't seen nothing happen. Hadn't been in a meeting in
patience is a virtue.
in 8 or 9 months. My patience is pretty short.
Oh man, we know that for a fact.
my patience don't last very long. But anyway, for Nomark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports, we got the man Charlie Airbrush down there on the end on the camera with the thumbs up. Get my man Resendo here. I'm Jimmy Jones. Thank you for listening to another night of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.